Salam, shalom, wise Salas speaking. Hopefully everyone's well. Today I want to do deep, this is a treat, deep scholarship. First one in, let me know how's my sound. I want to try this mic though, so bear with me. First one in. I'm gonna plug in the mic. And then let me know how the sound is with the mic. If it's, choppy like it be sometime, then I'll just, do it without. Yeah, it's usually clear without the mic. Equilibrium. Salam, shalom. Now, brother, I'm going to put the mic in right now. Let me know if the sound stays good. Salam, shalom. How's my sound? I'm using the mic. Let me move away. Salam, shalom. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I have sand in. I think I have sand in my phone. Not my phone, but the part that the charger goes into. Because my mic isn't working. And my charger's been lacking as well, so I'm gonna have to try to figure that out, how to get the sand out. If any of y'all know, let me know. Like if you get sand in the part that the charger goes into. You still can't hear me? If I'm clear now, let me know so I can begin. Like I said, this is a treat. Yeah, the mic might be a wrap. I'm gonna have to change phones. Now, as I said, I want to do this treat. Make sure you guys, I forgot what I was about to say. Something important too. Oh, make sure you guys like, subscribe if you're not, and visit my website, upscaleknowledge.org. Check out the lecture magazines. I may do a video later going over the Neteru book that I have, where it explains, what all the deities are in reality. Of course, all the deities are the netter. They're within. Now I want to do this deep scholarship explaining the true story or history of Jesus. Let's start here, and let me know if the sound gets choppy at any moment. In the ancient times, let's say Mesopotamian times, this is before now, your BC times, there was a story, a creation story, of course, about a god that was sacrificed so that the whole world or existence could be. Now, this story is in the Popol Vuh, meaning it's not just an ancient story from Mesopotamia, but I guess this is just the stories of those times concerning God. Just like it doesn't matter where you go in the daytimes, everybody is aware of Jesus as being God. So I'm not saying that he is, I'm just saying everyone is aware of that. So I'm assuming in the past they all had the same stories of creation. It wouldn't matter if you was from Mesopotamia or not, but that's where a lot of the clay tablets and things like that is found. So you get my point? That's why I brought that up. Now you have this ancient story of a god who was sacrificed by the other gods. And this is how the physical world and existence came into being. Now after that, sometime, you have a written account, meaning you have the written biblical account of Jesus, which would be the physical manifestation of that old Mesopotamian God, or just God, period. You can say Jesus would be the physical manifestation of this God that was sacrificed so that the world could be. So in the ancient times, you have, the story of the God has to do with creation. When you move ahead in time, you have the same story, but let's say in addition, meaning the God is manifesting forth physically now. So this is where the Jesus story comes from in the Bible. It's the same ancient story having to do with the sacrifice God, but now the God is manifesting in the flesh. So you have that original story, and then you have the same story, but the story is basically of the physical aspects of this unseen God that was sacrificed in antiquity. Now, I'm not saying that the person that was sacrificed name was Jesus or they were God, but so the written account is the written account, which has to do with this God manifesting physically. Then there's the account of a man. His name is in Jesus and he is in God, but he's sacrificed, like y'all read, meaning everything that's read in the Bible about about this man being sacrificed, that's real. But the man has nothing to do with, God, nor is his name Jesus. But a man was sacrificed in the manner that y'all heard to fulfill the written account. So you have 3 different accounts, but they all have to do with one another. You have the ancient Mesopotamian story of the God that was sacrificed. This God is not physical. This is all that transpired in the underworld before the physical world or existence came into being. So you have that ancient Mesopotamian story of the God being sacrificed by the other gods for the purposes of, the world basically coming into being or being saved, you can say. It's one and the same. Then you have the written account. When I say written account, we speaking like the Bible or the text that the Bible used. You have a written account of a God that God, or that same story of that God now going to manifest physically. Then you have the actual person that was sacrificed to fulfill all of this. The person not being God, name not Jesus, none of that. But it all did happen. Now, to make this crystal clear, let me know if y'all are grasping thus far. Meaning you have three different things or accounts merged as one. But the lie is there. So I want to explain, like, how we got to where we are now, where y'all actually worship a man that got beat up and sacrificed and all of that. Peace and wisdom, peaceful Omega. Holy Zoli Toli, okay. I'm saying that because I want to make sure you guys grasp the context of what I'm about to explain. Of course, in the daytime, you have everyone, those that they worship Jesus. This is a blasphemy. I'm saying it's a blasphemy because God is not a physical man. Man is already physical. In that, man just worshiping man, which is a blasphemy. But somehow they don't see this. Worse than that, the man that they are worshiping is basically just a scapegoat for them. And that's a sin. So it's a deep thing, but when you follow the world, you kind of just do whatever everyone's doing in the world, and you don't pay attention to, like, the morality of what you're following. And that this is to help most of you guys that are, lost into these things understand. Worshiping God and all of that is good, but you have to know what God is truly. It's not a matter of belief, and it's not a matter of hearsay, but it's a matter of knowing. And you will know when you put aside, the lies or what isn't truth. What isn't truthful concerning the matter. Peace and wisdom to Miss Sang. I'm going to say something when I'm finished with this video to the young. But if you're young here now and you still are, remind me, because I'm probably going to forget. Now, I'm about to explain how all of this happened or why it did. Some of y'all are a little wise, so maybe, what I've said thus far is enough. Where you're like, oh, I get it. I get everything now in regards to that matter. You had a story about a god that was sacrificed, and this was explaining physical life coming into being. And then they decided to make this god physical. Not saying the god is physical, but they decided to write the god as physical. Of course, people are going to read, and you get my point? And this is your antichrist aspect of everything, meaning the coming of the physical God and all of that. And of course, the actual person in real life that was sacrificed and all of that happened to them, they was just the scapegoat to fulfill the written agenda or the written account, what was prophesied. And so y'all are left with the latter, where y'all worship the person that was sacrificed. This is something that was done every Passover. Meaning every Passover, the Jews sacrificed a lamb. And they did it in a ritualistic manner, meaning kind of replaying out what was supposed to have happened with this God, this unseen God in, a time before the physical, that was sacrificed for the physical to be. So if you're a Jew, you have, the rituals that go with the Passover, where the lamb was sacrificed, and you get it? Cooked and all of that before the people eat of the lamb, and this is like an ode to the God that was sacrificed. At some point, they decided to use a real person to fulfill the agenda, which is the whole Antichrist thing, where God walks in the flesh. You follow? and y'all begin to worship a man, which is the same as worshiping the self. And the self and the Satan go hand in hand. This is that whole antichrist thing. Now, of course, we're further along than these prophecies or this agenda. We're living it out. They fulfilled it, meaning the agenda is good. Not it's a good thing, but the agenda was a good strategy and it worked. Because now when you get to these times, y'all worship a man and so much disrespect involved in what was done to this man. But worse than that, y'all view the man as God, and you get my point? What would God have to do with getting beat up, sacrificed in Jerusalem to prove what point? I don't think a lot of y'all actually take the time to think on the religion. Y'all kind of view it like, oh, the religion is all there is, and I just have to just believe. Who told you that? There's so much in life. Whoever told you that? No, I have to. If I don't, huh? It have to make sense before you dedicate yourself to a thing like that first. And so you have to ask yourself, why do you think God is some dude that got beat up in antiquity? That is absurd when you think about that, just as an adult. Even as a kid, that is a little extreme, where it's like, okay, God got completely humiliated to fulfill what? Like, what in regards to like a point? When I say a point, I mean there's no other way that man knowing God, it couldn't be no other way. I don't get that. Like, it have to just be a disgrace where he's just beat up, humiliated, and this was all done for us. Like, huh? Whoever beat him up and did all that, how about they didn't have to? And, you know, if it is real, so it will be. Like, if he really is, what do him have to get beat up and die for everybody have to do with it? Why God trying to prove himself to man if this is not man worship? Like you said, equilibrium, satanic, blasphemous rituals, where you looking at a thing and you like, this is just evil. Beat the man up, humiliate him in front of everybody. You got all this ritualistic symbology attached to it. It's only something people in cities know of, because if you go out in nature to indigenous people, they never heard no foolish story. And so do you understand? Some horrible things were done, and horrible things are continued to be done. So y'all worship a sad thing, man, you know? But more than y'all worshiping this thing, it's y'all selling y'all soul to something beyond what y'all grasp, meaning your word is your bond. In that, if you believe that it's okay for somebody, even God, to die for your wrongdoings, morally you are not right. You have to really put yourself on a scale at some point, on a moral plane. The mind should never go into better this person than me, or sacrificing somebody else for your own wrongdoings, because that's what the religion is based on, scapegoatism. When I say scapegoatism, I mean y'all know what a scapegoat is? Somebody that go down for somebody else wrongdoings. This is why the God is called the Lamb and all of that. It's all symbolic. It's all symbology. But if you don't have no morals, which is the whole point of it, I don't want to say a sin, but it's a sin against the dishonorable. And that is not a sin. Look at it like this. I got myself into some trouble. And it's possible that I can get myself out of the trouble, but I have to find a replacement for myself. I can't just get out of it and that's that. Nah. Whatever I'm lost into, they want a replacement. And they ain't trustworthy either. So if I bring them a replacement, they may hit me with the no, I need more. In fact, I need you to, for the rest of your life, make sure you are filling people in your seat that was supposed to be for you. Meaning I want the whole world in your place. Whatever I'm lost into, they so evil and crooked, they say, man, I want the whole world for you. Are you going to suffer your actions? The religion is like that. It's a net. Now imagine I could find anybody in my replacement, but they got to be dishonorable. That's the only way I feel like just. Meaning I did a wrong thing and I need to find somebody to replace me, for the punishment. But I don't want to find somebody innocent. I want to find people that's, crooked like me. So I feel like, oh well, they evil too, so what does it matter? They would do what I would do. Like they would sacrifice somebody in their place too, so it's okay if I sacrifice them. That's what the religion is. It's a test against your morals. That's why it's so vague in that way. This is why if you ever, let's say you were a religious person, at some point you had a question like, why is God jealous? And it says in the book, God is a jealous God and all. What that have to do with, a just God? It got little vague things for you, to catch your awareness. Like, hold on, that don't seem right. The Israelites is the chosen people of God, but they the most evil people in the book. They just keep taking everybody's land. Again, if you read the book, the only thing that justify the Hebrews in their actions is because they say they the children of God. Other than that, if you remove that part, they are disgusting. Like, they have no morals. They just do anything. The book even say that. Like, the Hebrews keep sinning against God for no reason. Like, it's weird. Like I say, most people never read the book. But if you a scholar in the book, you grasp everything I'm saying. And that's like that for a purpose. If you overlook all the immorality concerning the religion, put it to you like this. If you in agreement that God or Jesus going to die for your sins, that's your wrongdoings. Then you good enough to get sacrificed for the person that's in the bond. Because that's their same problem. Like, they need somebody to go down for their wrongdoings. If you down for it, then you good to go too. This is why in the religion, y'all must profess that. It's not a matter of, oh, just believe it or just wait and see if it come true. If it's true, you good. It don't work like that. You have to say, no, I believe Jesus is my Lord and Savior, and I'm going to wash up in the blood of the Lamb and all this satanic strange stuff where you like a part of a murder. Like you down for the murder. All that's done for a reason. And it's because, like I said, this all goes back to Abraham, but this video is not about that. But I do have one up. But you have to be a channel member to kind of see that one, where I explain like how religion even started. It started with Abraham. That's why they call them the Abrahamic religions. But he did a bad thing concerning the spirits. And you get it? And he had a debt. Y'all know how spirit worshiping works. You do whatever you do with the spirits, then you get it? You in debt to them as a soul. And so let's say Abraham wanted to get his way out. And you get my point? Now let's get to the deep stuff. Like I said, this is going to be a treat. Like and subscribe and all that other stuff. Stop coming in here on slow time. Now, when you're dealing with the ancient story, peace and wisdom, Henry the Real, said a solace. I don't know why y'all voice sound like that to me in my mind. Hella goofy in my mind when I be reading y'all going, hey, solace. You said, sorry, it's off topic. Is everything that people do to you their responsibility and their karma, and the way we respond is our karma? You said, I have to kind of grasp what you're saying, but just bear with me. You said, is everything that people do to you their responsibility? That's the part I'm confused on. Meaning, do you mean like if people do you wrong, then they're responsible for their actions? And you said how you respond is your own karma. I don't understand. If somebody do you wrong in life, it's always best to not do anything back. You follow? And a person can't do you wrong unless you let them close enough too. So all you do is keep them at a distance, and you let them just do whatever they want to do. Because when it all comes out, they will have all these deeds that they did, and when it comes to you, I guess they'll just have a bunch of allegations against you. Meaning, they'll have a bunch of allegations, but nothing to actually stand on or prove a point. And you will have all the proof that's needed, which is whatever they were doing. You'll always know who's wrong in any situation, because the wrong one is still going to be doing the wrong thing after. You get my point? It's like I always tell y'all, the truth is always present. You don't have to reach for it. It's right in your face. In that, whoever's wrong in any quarrel, they gonna be wrong in the present moment. It's not gonna be a matter of, oh, we have to go dive all the way back into the past. You ain't never got to do that. Anything I ever say a person did to me, they more than likely still guilty of it. Meaning, if I tell you a person snaked me out, so I don't deal with them, if you go look at them, they still doing the same thing. So you get it? Everything is simple. People gonna do what they do in this life. You can't worry about those kind of things. You have to just do you. Like I said, maybe it's not that simple always to separate yourself, but you get my point. Goals. I don't know. Make it a goal, big baby. I don't know. Now, if I didn't answer your question, because I'm trying to do the best I can, I don't really know what you're saying. But life is not a game of problems, you know. A lot of people get to a place. The more a person reaches to prove that they're a victim, is the extent of their evil deeds. It's like a balance. If you see somebody overly trying to seem like they a victim, they probably horrible, and they probably have a lot of nasty deeds. And that's how that happens like that, you know? The mind tries to balance everything out. But it's like, you know, y'all, when y'all about to go to jail for y'all wrongdoings, then y'all be like, it ain't my fault. I'm a victim of circumstances. You get my point? Otherwise, the mind can't take afflicting its own self. Like, you do something wrong, then you pay the punishment of it, then the mind can't accept it almost, because it's like, why did I do that to myself? So then you get it? There has to be an adjustment made so that the mind don't cave in on itself. That's why I said try not to do dishonorable things. Otherwise, you're going to flip your scale, like your mind, let's say. You're going to flip your mind. But everything is a matter of growth. If you don't let yourself get too tangled up in the mind during your young years. So you get my point? The more you let yourself get tangled up in mind, it will, you know, continue on and on and on. Genghis Khan said, I'm going to get back to the video, everybody. I'm just... I'm going to answer these questions first. That's the whole purpose of me going live, so people can, you know, get whatever they need in regards to wisdom in real time, instead of sitting around talking in the comments waiting for a reply. So if I'm explaining something like Henry did, you can go off topic right quick. Now, Genghis Khan said, think if I goon to femboys. I'm older, so I don't know all the new lingo y'all use. And y'all gonna be the same. Y'all gonna hit 40 and up, and you get it? You gonna stop clocking in. You got other things to do that's interest you. So I don't know all the lingo y'all be using. In that, I don't know. I know what femboys is, but the way you speaking it, what are you asking me? Can you be a homosexual? And will you end up in hell? Hell is not a punishment. Hell is like when you do the wrong things, then y'all know right from wrong. Y'all do whatever y'all do. There's guilt and animosities and things that y'all bury. Let's say you guilty, so maybe you cover that guilt with like a hate for somebody else. However it works. You get my point? I try to keep my emotional state as pure as possible in my mind. The easiest way, like I said, is to not engage. Don't do anything wrong. That's the easiest thing. A lot of people don't get it. They think like being good and not doing any wrong and being fair is hard. Nothing is easier than that. You don't have to do much to do that. It's the other stuff that take a lot, you know? Ain't nothing to think about to just be fair and do right. You gotta strategize when you about to do wrong. Like, you gotta get your strategy together and all this extra stuff. Next thing you know, you going in circles, stressing yourself out for nothing. Just that reality, you know? The actions of self and whatever the case may be, but hell is not a punishment, meaning y'all have like a God and devil thing in mind, and so y'all have like, you know, like a child's perspective of life. If I do wrong, then I'll be punished and sent to hell. Hell is like punishment. If I do good, then I'll be sent to like heaven. These is all states of minds, but y'all states of minds do have place attached. So when you go into a dream, this is a different state of mind. It has nothing to do with the physical. But you're still in the place. Just like when you're unconscious, the state of mind changes, and so does the place. When y'all in the physical, the state of mind changes, so does the place. There's many different states of minds and places that go with them. We speaking outside the physical, that's why I gave you dream as an example. There's all kind of places y'all know nothing of that y'all can be brought to in terms of like the state of mind being changed and you being brought into those realms. Like how it happens with dream. You didn't ask to be there. You just popped up there. Like some force got control over your soul or your mind. It just bring you wherever it want to bring you whenever it wants. It bring you in unconscious. It bring you into physical awakeness. It bring you into a dream place. The dream be horrible, sometimes good. You get it? This force is just cold-blooded with it. Like, it control the souls and where they go. That's why y'all gotta watch what y'all do. Y'all don't have... Y'all get lost in y'all ego and y'all forget, like, yeah, there's a force that has control over if I'm conscious or not. And that's basically life or death right there. Like, conscious or not. And that, you get it? If you really can grasp that, y'all wouldn't do half the things y'all do, because y'all will know, like, damn, the presence is real. I forgot about that. I can be knocked unconscious right now and never wake up again. And worse than that, when I'm knocked unconscious, the force might just wake me up and have me in the most worst place I ever been. You call that a dream, but if your ass ain't coming back to the physical, well, that dream gonna be your physical, because when y'all in dream, it's physical to y'all till y'all wake up. Imagine being stuck in the worst dream you ever had forever, where you don't wake up from it because you don't have a physical body no more. To wake up into, you know, physical. That's how y'all save yourselves from dream. Y'all wake up. But if you ain't physical no more, how you gonna wake up from it? Like that. Can y'all imagine being in the worst dream you ever had and you can't do nothing about it? Like I said, y'all have no control in dream. Y'all have no control if y'all come into the physical either. It just happens so often, every day, that, man get lost in his ego. He think like that's his doings, even though it ain't. Meaning most of y'all view it like I'm gonna wake up because that's just what happens. Like, ain't nothing special about me waking up, but it is. It's a deep lesson in it. Being in that unconsciousness, not even knowing you exist anymore. It's a lesson there for you to see, like, what could be your reality. You could not exist to yourself, and nothing you know could exist to you, and you could just be lost in space and time forever as a soul. You say it don't matter, my body's still in the physical. None of that will matter if you don't know. What does anything matter if you have no awareness that you be? And so there's nothing worse than that. Meaning most of y'all have not taken the time out to think on that. You view it like, no, that seemed like peace to me. It ain't peace if you can be woken up out of it at any moment and put into a horrible circumstance. And you just be like that forever. Forever, either unconscious or in the horriblest dream you ever been in. Not aware that it was a dream, because you ain't got no physical to wake up from it. That's the only way y'all can discern that y'all dream wasn't what y'all will call real. And so this goes deep, but this is where the wisdom comes in that. In that, those of y'all lost into the things of the world, like, y'all religions, and their negative agendas are the negative agendas that's truly behind these things. Man, if most of y'all can grasp and understand the truth, man, it might be too much for some of y'all. Meaning wisdom's something you gotta give a teaspoon at a time, because it can literally y'all don't understand what y'all do. That's why that Bible verse say, forgive them, Father, for they just don't know. Like, they just too stupid or something, but whatever it is, have some mercy on them, because they not that bright. Is something wrong with them? Are they just going through too much? But they gonna do some horrible things without thinking about it. And so, if y'all was aware of the things y'all do, and the things y'all, promote and support. Dang, I lost. Oh, I got it. And support. Y'all would, if y'all know realities that could happen to y'all, most of y'all would really get your shit together. Because the things y'all be doing, y'all don't even get nothing for it. I could see if y'all selling yourselves short for something. A lot of y'all are just dishonorable, and you don't even get anything for your dishonor. Just angry or something. And that, do you get my point? Don't put yourselves through hell and get no reward for it. Like, how y'all say, like, the rappers sell, they going to hell. Imagine them going to hell and they ain't never get nothing for it. Because this is most of y'all. Most of y'all that worship rappers, this is your reality. You following them, they going to hell, and you going with them for nothing. You ain't even getting nothing out of it. You just a groupie of the wrong things for no reason. And so you get my point? This all go deep. You could look at the religions and all the many things y'all follow and worship and fall into as the same. They getting what they getting for what they got coming. The Pope know they going to hell, but you get my point? They like, I don't care. I rule the whole world. Y'all think I'm joking when I say that. Like, the Pope that's just died, he know he going to hell. The bishop know he going to hell. We talking about over in Rome. Them people that rule the world. Man, they know they going to hell. But it's okay because they like, man, you get it? I had the world at my feet. And of course, if you ain't in hell, so you like, I don't. It can't be that bad. Think if I gave y'all the whole world, you to do what you want with everybody, you feel me? But you going to hell for it. It's so sad. Most of y'all would take it. Most of y'all would sell y'all soul to the devil if all of that was real, just to be a rapper. Like, y'all would do it for nothing, really. I'm saying that so y'all could think. If you think the Pope and them don't know they going to hell, but they don't care because they like, nah, I got the whole world for it. You see in the biblical verse where it say Jesus was brought up to the highest temple in the city and the Satan had offered it to him, just kneel or something like that. Think how many people, if they was offered that, they would turn it down. In that, when I say, oh, the Pope and them know they going to hell. If you got a mind to say, nah, I think a lot of people would take that offer. And it ain't nothing to think on. You know he took it. Like whoever rule the world, you know they took that offer. Like, I'll just go to hell later. Whatever. But I'ma have my glory now. Now, of course, they don't know what's the later. So it's just like, let's say you selling dope right now, and you 19 selling dope. You selling a lot of dope, and when they catch you, you gonna get life. Like Alpo and them niggas. Like Alpo and them just little kids selling dope. They get locked up for life when they like 24. You gonna be just like that. And you already know, like, it's a chance I could go to jail forever. But you like, whatever, it don't matter because I ain't get there yet, and I'm a beat it. I'm gonna beat it. And then it's mad niggas in jail that been there for life that could tell you, like, nah, I was smarter than you is, and you definitely not, you gonna definitely be in here with me, and it's horrible. But you still gonna do what you do because you have not, you ain't get to the later yet. You just know that now you like, nah, I'm doing me. Look at it in that way. If you could do that on that petty level, man, somebody offering you the whole world. And don't overlook, the Pope and them, they control the world. Man, people go over there just to kiss the man's damn ring. They ain't never seen them a day in their life. And that part. He be playing games with them while they trying to kiss his ring, moving his hand like Google a video, like, I don't know the name, YouTube, like people kissing the Pope hand and him playing with them. Like, he don't let their lips touch his ring. I guess his ring is sacred to him, so don't actually touch it. But people do, and you get it, he moved like it looks so funny, and he look like he having hella fun, you know. You gonna have all the fun you gonna have to have if you knowing, like, yeah, I'm going to hell when it's all over. I'm gonna be in that place. And so it's a deep thing. I have to grasp what y'all up against. Ashley Martinez said Lil Uzi Vert once said that all his fans and everyone that liked his music is going to hell with him. I bet you he wasn't laughing when he said that. I don't know nothing about Lil Uzi Vert, but I bet you he wasn't laughing when he said that. I bet you that nigga had a crazy looking face that y'all overlooked when he said it. Like, where if you go back and watch it, you gonna be like, oh shit, Silas ain't lying. They know. They just don't care because they like, I come from dirt shit and I don't know nothing about no later hell. What if you lying? But I know I want what I want now. But at some point they realize, like, oh, I completely fucked up, man. I don't know. Y'all know how this go. Y'all see the stars trying to make good or they wrongs, then they die. Like, because that's how we go. You got to pay that piper. Ain't no begging and crying and thinking you going to be just now. You already sold your soul. You could do all the hooting and the hollering you want. No, I'm going to expose them. You could just die. You still going where you going. And so they know. You see Ray J carrying on acting a fool. He know. You know. He know what's going to happen. Like, you get my point? Some of them don't know. They think it's a game. Like I said, y'all overlook the forces in life that control y'all. Y'all be overlooking how many stars be dying. Like, they sending them, you feel, it's deep. They sending them home to the Father. That's not God, that's the devil. There's only one Father, the Father of lies. You ain't never heard of no other father. Meaning when you read in the Bible and Jesus talking about the father and all that, he talking about the father of lies unless you know of another one. Because that's the only father that I ever heard of concerning Christianity. The same as with you. Father God, the father of lies, these are all the many different renditions of this Satan. Remember, God is a term for the one and only. That's a pride thing, meaning ain't nobody above me and I don't want to hear nothing about it. And so when y'all carrying on, don't overlook nothing I just said. Y'all worship that thing that y'all heard about. Oh, y'all worship that evils that y'all heard about, but I don't think y'all want to come to terms with that y'all do. Life is of facing lies and overcoming all the lies that was fed to you in this life. Starting with Santa Claus or whatever y'all want to start with. But you get it? Life is about getting to a place where you finally start to overcome and conquer all the lies that you have in your mind, whether you made them up or you just adopted them from society. And you get my point? It's a deep thing. If you need some real life reference, there's many things that y'all see happening unjust that y'all know is lies, but y'all don't say anything. And y'all don't say anything because y'all don't want the world to attack y'all. And this is the whole God and Satan thing in real time. You see how I say whatever's truth and then sometime I get slack for it? Maybe somebody doing me wrong and then it get blowed over like it never happened, and that y'all could sin against me however y'all want. Ain't nobody gonna take my side. And that happened for a reason. And y'all know why. And y'all be silent. And so I'll say again, life is like that. A conquering the lies. But it all makes sense if you look at it in reality. If you go along with any unjust thing or act like you dumb in this life and follow anything, that ain't gonna get you attacked. If you say something against it, then you safe and the world is yours. Y'all run around screaming, I believe in Jesus. Y'all exploit that name because y'all know y'all feel safe doing that. The world not going to attack you. But if you speak out against it and say, man, I think that's disrespectful. That physical man ain't God. Then y'all know y'all might get attacked. Some of y'all may be a little weak. It may get you killed. So y'all play is safe. But when y'all do that, y'all sell y'all souls to the world. When I say y'all souls, y'all mind, y'all life force, whatever y'all are, that thinking thing, you sell it there. You never had courage to be truth here. You just live your life going with whatever negative, evil things that you think you're going to be safe in because the world work like peer pressure. In that, you conquering all the lies is the same as you conquering the world or freeing yourself from it. And so it's a deep thing. Said Orlando said, Solace, my pops is severely Christian. Y'all talk so funny, but I be stealing some of y'all lingo because it be diabolical. I stole that from y'all too, diabolical. That shit sound crazy. I had to look that up. I said, oh, diabolique. Oh, yeah, you know, Diablo. The devil. Evilness. Oh, diabolic. Oh, I know what that meant already. That's that diabolical, you know. Diablo. That's how you know you say it in Puerto Rican. It was a movie called Diabolic. I think it came out in 93. It's one of my favorite movies, but it ain't really that good in a white girl movie. Some of y'all might have seen it. She was pretending like she was shorty. Like it was strange. I don't know, but I liked it. He said my pops is severely Christian. Like he about to die from it. He right though, Christianity is a disease. And my pops is suffering from diabetes. Like he said it was like that. Like yeah, my pops got a severe case of Christianity. Oh my God, I'm still in that, man. All right, you said my pops is severely Christian and he still be pushing it heavy on me. I try to maneuver it respectfully, but I don't think he gets it. Man, you better make sure you get it so you could reach your own daddy, cause that's the problem, right? You get it? Some of y'all grasp what I be saying, then you like, yeah, my folks is Christian though, but I don't be feeling like arguing with them. Then you must don't get what I'm saying all the way and where they going. Cause if y'all understood, y'all wouldn't be sitting here, y'all would be trying to get them to get it. Like, no, I think you need to get it. Like, you need to sit down and really listen, cause your ass older than me, you gonna be dead before me. And you can't reverse nothing. Again, some of y'all kids, but y'all here, y'all got this. I ain't gonna say a kid, you the young adult, but you got to save your elders. Y'all be looking at it in reverse. Like if they don't get it, then they just don't get it. Man, them your people, you better hope they get it. It's not that hard to get. Like it's dishonorable if you look at it. Man, they selling Jesus to y'all. They threatening Jesus to y'all. That's not just. I'm not being funny. Y'all see it y'all own self. People are like trying to sell you Jesus. When I say sell, meaning they got a whole pitch where you like, why are you sitting here selling me God? Like, you got people threatening you, like, if you don't take it, insulting you if you don't take it. Y'all overlook all of that evilness where you like, hold on, you're wanting me to be a Christian is quite aggressive. Like, this is devil worship. Why are you so aggressive with it? Why can't you just be a Christian and I could be whatever I want and we could be cool? They don't want to hear that. They evil. The religion is evil. They a part of it. They follow the thing like a gang member. The kid ain't necessarily evil, but the gang evil. He can't be going against his evil gang now he locked in. He can't help it. He said he swear you wrong though. Cause it's probably the way y'all presenting it. And then on the flip side, y'all ain't, you get it? None of y'all really took a one-on-one in any of these things to get like a real crystal clear perspective. Cause that's when I bust out the scholarship, you know, the text, and you know, give you all the references that you need before you say, okay, I don't need no more. You're absolutely right. Like that. Some people get one-on-ones, we go in depth like that to where they like, okay, I get exactly what you're saying. I see it completely clear. You done show me every little image that you know of, every little verse and text supporting what you're saying. It is what you I don't see why would y'all think that the religions y'all worship ain't devil worship. It belongs to the world. Most of the people in the world either Christian, Muslim, or some religion. So it fit the description of what's wrong. Like the whole world gonna be lost on the wrong thing. So that nothing don't fit the description more than those things. Religious people worship their religion, not God. This is why if you ever hear religious persons tell you like Solid's trying to make you not believe in your religion or the focus is that, you tell him he ain't never said don't believe in God. He just said the religion. You supposed to be believing in God. Why would you care if he discredit the religion? Who cares? That part. Worship the religion and the people in it in the world. They don't know nothing about God and wouldn't care. That's why they don't even pick up the book. That's why God is still the same thing to them that it is to an 8-year-old. Some dude that's gonna fly out of heaven and save everybody. They don't have a more in-depth understanding than the kid. It don't go no more. The religion don't go no more in depth. It's a deep thing. Okay, you said you just shared the video. You shared a video of him to watch. Before you share like one of my videos with somebody, you gotta explain to them how much of a slave they are in their mind. Meaning y'all go to work and be slaves and y'all have many things over y'all and it carry over into y'all real lives where y'all be in y'all real lives pretending like you at work. Y'all be all online fronting like, why are you speaking in your work voice? You ain't tired of some of y'all like that where you gotta be shook. Like you ain't tired of all of it. Curse, like free yourself. Y'all have too many rules and things over y'all and y'all grown. It don't matter if things is wrong. You gotta be free first. It's like your kids, you say, man, you gotta make some of your own goddamn mistakes so you learn the point. Y'all like that. Y'all have to be free and fuck up so y'all can see the importance of being fair and balanced. But that still have to happen. Otherwise, y'all running around here 40, 50 years old talking about I can't curse and all this strange stuff. It's not about cursing. It's about how bound the mind is like a child. In that, you get my point? They gonna listen to my... I'm free, meaning we speaking as a soul. Mentally, I'm free. If a person ain't free and you ain't giving them the heads up, this dude free, but you gonna get the truth out of him. It's just he like a wild wolf to a dog that's a pet. The pet just don't get it, like because he got a master. So he like, no, you can't just run out the yard. Like he don't get it. A wolf ain't got no master. Blood is like a human. He do what he want, like, you know. And so a lot of y'all have to get there before y'all can even like embrace the wisdom, because you get my point. You want me to fit some protocol that would put my mind back into the slaveries that y'all suffer. When I say slaveries, we're not speaking of y'all jobs. You could have a job and not be a slave. It ain't that y'all got jobs, that's why y'all slaves. Y'all slaves because y'all brains is a slaved out. Like, I know a bunch of people that work jobs, but they fully aware of what's going on. They ain't dumb or numb to it, and you get it, they ain't defending it in no way. They don't care. They like, this is what I gotta do for now, but keeping my eye on the prize, man. I ain't trying to just, you feel me, act like this ain't what it is. And then you have those that get so wrapped up in the things, they become, you know, the face of and the defender for. But you have to be free. You come here, I curse so often sometimes. It's your perspective that you have me as like a pastor or a preacher. My channel don't have nothing to do with that. I explain scholarship, meaning I read books and I explain to you what they're saying in real time, but I don't see where that means I need to act like a preacher or somebody in the office doing customer service work where they gotta speak so proud. You get you get my point. I'm fully aware how ghetto, and I don't care how much y'all put it on. I got experience in life. I know y'all come from, I don't care if you white, you still come from that hillbilly hobo shit halfway, my nigga. Like, cut it out. It ain't too different with nobody, and everybody need to stop fronting so much. I don't care if you white or whatever you are. You come from that hardship, man. Cut it out. And you know, you come from not knowing how to... Y'all all come from not knowing how to speak right first. Don't play with me. Like, I know how to speak the accurate way. I just don't want to, you know. Like I said, it ain't no need. It starts to make people that don't measure up in that way feel like I don't belong. Only thing in speech that matters is if it's true. This is why in biblical texts it say, watch out for people who have extravagant speech. It's usually to cover up lies, like. But y'all will learn in y'all own time. Talk about your pop. You said he's too prideful. I mean, you don't want to get lost into to control or nothing like that. Reach him as you can. You see how I do? I just do my little lectures. Y'all take it how y'all want. Y'all learn as y'all do as y'all go. Y'all get it or y'all don't. But he said your pops called you a non-believer. A non-believer is somebody that don't believe the truth. Tell your pops he forgot about that. Life don't boil you down to beliefs. You don't have to believe no belief. You just have to believe the truth. Religious people don't understand how their texts or the understandings, deep philosophies was altered in that way. In that they think a non-believer is somebody that don't believe in a religion. Believer got to be with somebody that don't believe in the truth. Figure out as if your religion is truth. Then you can call someone a non-believer. Other than that, who cares if they're a non-believer of a lie? It all go hand in hand. Each time he finds me listening. You said shared your books with him, asked what his opinions. I mean, you got ignorant people in life. You know what dumb sound like when you hear it, don't you? A lot of y'all have to pay attention to the ignorance that y'all hang with, cause so the same is for you, basically. What you think is different for you. Basically telling you if you don't think how I think, I don't even have my own brain. But if you don't think how I think, then you're whatever they want you to be. They ain't even made up the shit they want you to be. Like, and so I hope you don't think he was talking about me. He really was talking about you through me. You brought my shit to him. You showed him you had interest. Who you think he was talking to or about? You. He trying to convince you to be whatever. He giving you a preview of like, if you see like him, so you get it. This is how it's gonna be. How I'ma view you. And so a lot of y'all need to open y'all eyes to realities that y'all ignore. He said prophet was Sherry. Anybody call theyself a prophet or any other extreme retarded thing? They going to hell, but like I said, hell is not what y'all think. Hell is a result of y'all own wrongdoings and the effect it has on y'all soul. So you can view it like when you go to sleep. The dream that you get or nightmare is a result of your emotional state. The state of your own mind and your own emotions. In that, if you end up in a nightmare, you follow? It's truly your own doings from your own residue left over. Meaning y'all live life, y'all taking all y'all do. It disturbs y'all or it doesn't, whatever. It interferes with y'all emotional state, y'all mind. And then after y'all die, there's still residue that lingers on. Think like if you cut off a light, then there's still like the fading out process. Like that. Y'all bring a lot on y'all souls. And in that, you get my point? Y'all have to pay for what y'all have done. But no one's punishing you. It's just, let's say you did someone wrong. You love this person so much, but you did them wrong and you lost them and you can't. It eats you up every day. You be bugging the fuck out sometimes because you just can't cope. So like you gonna suffer through that until you can come to terms with your wrongdoings, but nobody can't force you to come to terms with your wrongdoings. You just have to at some point. And however long that takes you, you're gonna be in that place till you do. And there's nothing no one can do for you. It's all just you. This is just you and yourself. The battle's between you and self. This is how hell gonna be for y'all. Hell is just a word that's used to describe what I'm explaining, meaning y'all know where y'all are emotionally. You know if you got guilt bottled up, hate bottled up, animosity, all these different things, y'all know. If you have it, the same way it causes you problems in the physical, it's gonna cause you more when you gone. As a soul in the mind, like I said, use dream as reference. Y'all go into sleep, and if the emotional state in mind is not stable, then it causes y'all to live out a certain reality. But it's all dependent on if y'all have peace and have come to terms with, have corrected y'all wrongs and, do what's needed to be done so that you can move forward in peace. Most people don't. They go their whole life suffering physically to then die and just keep suffering. And it's just stayed like that until they come to terms with things. And it's just all on them. There's nothing you could do about it. Dream Lavish said hell is a negative consequence based on your own bad decisions, whether you know it or not. It's not so much the bad decisions, but it's how you take it. Let's say I shoot you in your head right now. You die. You have a kid. He crying, but I don't feel no way about it. Fuck you and your kid. I'm not going to hell. It's like I said, nobody's punishing y'all for nothing y'all do. Do whatever y'all want. It's going to afflict you how it do. Now, in reality, you're not going to shoot nobody in their damn head and not feel no kind of way, especially if they baby sitting there crying. I don't care how cold you pretend you are. You just have a really good poker face. But there ain't nobody in existence that could do that and not have something, kind of jack up on their soul or in their mind. But say they could. Just shoot somebody in the head, it don't bother them not one bit. Ain't going to no hell. They ain't got no bitterness on the soul too. Like they did a good thing to them. That part. That's why I'm trying to get y'all to grasp. There's no hell like how y'all have it. There's no punishment. Y'all just fuck y'all own selves up. Y'all do things that y'all can't come to terms with. Y'all become narcissistic and then y'all can't come to terms with things y'all can't control. And you get my point? You can't pretend with yourself. That's what I mean when I say maybe the person got a good poker face and they could just pretend they don't care about nothing. But you can't pretend with yourself. In that, do you get my point? And balance and honor, like I always tell y'all, starts with yourself. You gotta be honest with yourself first. There you go, Trill Chris. Nobody can save you from you. That's funny. I be telling my kids that, especially my daughter when she was younger. You know how girls are. Girls like to find problems to have. So I used to always tell her, like, I could fix your problems, like problems that come against you if somebody bringing problems to you. But I can't save you from your own problems that you making for yourself. Like, I can just go through it with you, but if you keep creating problems, then you get it. And that's what everybody have to learn. Like, nobody can save you from your own self and your own flaws and the things you do to fuck your own self over. Nobody can save you from you. They can only save you from others, like if you get in manhandled or something. But in regards to your own self, ain't much nobody could do. Yeah, that's a good start, Trill Chris. Don't be so hard on yourself. A lot of people be hard on themselves because of their guilt. And whoever they did the offenses to don't even really have no that much of They don't care that much. It ain't that deep to them. And so it's a deep thing. Always look at it in that way. Meaning, don't let your guilt don't let your guilt snap you out of reality. Because a lot of y'all are guilty about things, and you go about your guilt how you do. Maybe you go about it trying to be more like you a victim or something. I'm not sure. People have to come to terms with things how they do. But a lot of times, like I said, whoever you did wrong or you guilty for, meaning you got guilt, you feel guilt for, 9 times out of 10 they don't care that much. That was the moment. Maybe you still carrying on, but other than that, they probably don't really care that much, unless they like you and they like to just focus on dumb stuff. But I've come to see most people who ain't tripping that much. It ain't that deep, especially if you gonna fix, whatever you're guilty of. Most people will come to terms with things in their own time, but it starts with self. You gotta know you're gonna make mistakes, but you can't make them worse. Most people make mistakes, then they try to justify their own mistakes or their own wrongdoings, and then they just double the load. And then that continues on, the justifying the wrongs, instead of just acknowledging where they went wrong, fixing where they went wrong, and moving forward the right way from there. It become a justifying party. But this is all ego, meaning y'all get older in age and the pride grows and grows and grows. Y'all don't like to look wrong and y'all don't like to feel like y'all wrong. So this is why, ever so often I explain little Hindu texts concerning the Ahamkara. This is the eye maker, where that whole ego philosophy come from. So that y'all can grasp on deeper levels, because y'all got ego as arrogance. And y'all problems with y'all ego go way past that. It go to y'all soul, like it go beyond what y'all even thinking about. And so you got to grasp things. There you go, equilibrium. I like what you said too, the Henry the Real. Definitely ain't no movie. Romeo Akbar said, most of my family are Christians, are Catholics. I don't know. But anytime something good happens, they give the glory to God, to Jesus. Y'all have like that. Y'all still like, I be telling y'all lost in groups and stuff. Y'all can't like snap that out of y'all mind. So when you're speaking of Christians, you're speaking of like, there's a war somewhat where like they have to get it. And I don't have that mindset like Christians have to get it all. I don't care. I like explaining scholarship. I wouldn't, you get it? I don't, if you got a good heart and you kind and fair in your ways, I don't care what you is. That's your own business. If that thing is gonna bring you to your lows and your win, that's don't have anything to do with me. You get it? If the Christian is have a bad attitude and a negative mind and perspective, I'm holding them to that. I wouldn't care what's your label. Like I already told y'all just individuals pretending like y'all down with things y'all ain't. But I'm not going along with y'all foolishness. I don't want to hold you like I believe y'all Christians. Y'all ain't nothing. Y'all just whatever y'all feel y'all need to be to get what y'all feel y'all gonna get. Just selfish people still. Y'all use things for y'all own merit. This is why y'all don't care if the God gonna die for y'all sins. So you get it, I get it. People say anything in this life. They will convince you they something that they know they truly ain't. And they don't even know why they going out their way to convince you. Y'all just overlook how fake and phony people are. Meaning, a lot of y'all telling me how y'all family and y'all peoples is diehard Christians, and you see they ain't. They do what they want. Let's not even talk about what they be doing. You get it? And a lot of y'all parents, your uncle, let's say, maybe he just beat your mama up last week and you seen it. He wasn't a Christian then. What happened? That part. And so, do you get my point? Y'all people ain't Christians. Y'all just say that. Most Christians is ex-drug addicts and the worst people you gonna find. And this ain't no insult to Christians. Just the point. It's a recruiting of the dishonor, meaning they get y'all when y'all are dishonorable, when y'all lows. The drug addict come into Christianity while he's still on drugs, my nigga. Then when he get clean, he be like, Christianity did it for me. Same with the dude in jail. He joined Islam or Christianity in there. Not when he was free, choosing to do right on his own so everything be genuine. He did it so he could be a part of the group, so he could stay safe and don't have to fight in jail. But we skip over all these things. There's nobody that turned to a religion in jail that did not do it for safety truly. But man got pride, so he gonna tell you whatever he want. I ain't no punk. I didn't do it for that. But y'all know what's up. And so that's just the difference. I just don't play with my own self. There's no need to. Why am I gonna sit here and pretend like people what they say they are when I know people ain't never nothing that they you I don't know how to explain it. I just wish some of y'all got on my level so then you get it. You could see like how I do. It's all just a show when you get my point. It's a praising and the raising of the lows and a trying to belittle and push down what's truly high. And when you get to a place of purity and soul, you just see it so clearly. Romeo Akbar said, I heard that the pastor smoked weed before service. I wouldn't hold the pastor to smoking weed before service. What would that matter? I didn't see nowhere in life that it said you couldn't play with the herbs. In that, when you say the pastor smoked weed before service, okay, what dishonorable thing? You see how y'all have no morals, just rules. You're holding the man to rules. He's a grown-up. You're holding a grown-ass man to little kid rules. This is stuff that we told as a kid. Once you get grown, you feel me? Do what you want. Just be moderate in your ways or your ass gonna be a whole dope fiend. But other than that, you get it? This is how y'all parents told y'all. Don't do this drug. Don't do that drug. Don't do this. Once you got grown, they seen you do it. They was just like, man, keep that under wraps. Basically telling you, like, try not to overdo it. Try to stay balanced as much as you can. But, you get it? Now, you telling me that the pastor broke a rule. I don't know where that's a rule at. I don't know if that's a rule in church. I wouldn't know. Like I said, when I was younger, I pulled up to my aunt's church with a gun on me. Now, aunt a diehard Christian, but she cool, though. That's why, like, you get it? When I'm speaking how I do, I'm used to dealing with Christians that ain't lost in mind where they pretending now, like, well, if you ain't a Christian like me, then we enemies. You could be a Christian as long as your ass, fair and kind to me, whatever. I don't have nothing to do with y'all gangs and y'all groups. Whatever y'all want to be a part of, that's on y'all. And so my aunt kind of like that. She ain't never held me to like, oh, you gotta be a Christian or I ain't gonna be your aunt. She never cared. Like, she just always viewed it as Johnny got a good heart. So, whatever. He'll find his way however he choose to. It should be good. His heart pretty good. He ain't malicious or nothing. And so when I pulled up to her little gathering with the church and had the gun on me, she was just laughing like, my aunt a little funny. So she just like, hey Johnny, you ain't got no beef at church. And we was just cracking up. And I'm like, nah, it's a habit. And I'm leaving church. When I leave here, I do. I ain't had no beef in Atlanta, but she just being funny. Like, man, you ain't even nowhere wherever you be having your dramas at. But things has happened. You know how they do in Atlanta. They ride around with guns, period, even if they ain't got no problem. So, I'm just blending in. But I'm just giving you that example. I don't know, like, if there's a rule in church that you can't smoke weed. Ain't nobody that I know that's a Christian ever held me to that. They invite me to their gatherings and all that. I'd be all up in the church house. When I was in Texas with Red Bull, I was all up in the church. Woo! I was hot. Now, if Red Bull in here, tell him the truth, man. Tell him. Was in that church house, give me a nice breeze. You know, the church got the best AC. I would never lie to you. I said, oh, it's hot out here in Texas. I was in that church high as a kite, enjoying that AC. I walked on that, touching Jesus' feet on the statue. Blood, I'm having me a good time, yeah. I said, oh, so this is the God fella. Look at his little feet. They put little boo-boos in his feet. Looking at me laughing. Like I said, I deal with Christians. They ain't on that extra shit. Plus, they know I'm wiser than they ass anyway. It's like a reverse thing. Like, he ain't judging me, so fuck it. I don't. That's how it kind of is. Meaning, when I'm dealing with most Christians, they know I'm further along, but they just ain't get there yet. But they would want me to be whatever they is. And that is kind of a reverse thing. Like, I know he know better, but he seem to it don't bother him so much. He ain't. His hair ain't smoking when he walked in here, so just leave him. He chilling. He ain't saying, I ain't like that way. I'm gonna come into your space and then whatever y'all got going on, whatever they do in Rome, I know how to blend in. I'm just not gonna go to the extremes where I'm losing my morals and what I do. But wherever I'm at, I know how to blend in. People, however they are, they do they do what they do. Yeah, y'all know what I mean about that church AC, man. Y'all better stop playing this high. Take that word, my boy. It wouldn't matter if you really there for the AC, because everybody in there, they there for something else. They there for their own intentions, man. They there because they don't want to die and suffer their own sins. So they say, I'm going to put it on this God. Whatever. But you go there, you get you some AC. Maybe they got some crackers floating around in a little pond. You going to help yourself to that too, you hear? And tell them Big Uzi. Tell them the crackers still a Big Uzi sent you. You know what I did at the Hebrew camp? Went in there, man. I said, y'all ain't got no bigger crackers. I sure am hungry. You know I've been fasting all Sabbath, my boy. You ain't got no jelly? I'll make me a little jelly crack out of this thing, man. Get a little bigger little cups for this wine. This grape juice, whatever it is. Pastor all drunk. You know he got the real wine. You like blood passing around grape juice while he drinking up the real stuff. It's in his flask. You feel me? Y'all know how church is. The preacher all half a drunk, flask in his little inside pocket. He's stealing everything, giving out small baby crackers like that matter. He's starving in here, blood. What are you doing? At least give us the little Ritz joints with that's already made like peanut butter crackers. That I be buying those from the supermarket. They could at least buy those. Like, that could still be the flesh of God. It ain't like the cracker is. Say, here, this is the flesh of God. Can you just give me a whole meal? God was big, my boy. Can you give me a whole plate of food? Like, not a cracker and grape juice, but bring me like a whole plate of real food. And can that be God in his flesh? Can that be his flesh? Since this cracker's like you being a little cheap. I'm not, you know? I'm just, yeah, like, yeah, I'm just speaking truth, you did. Nothing more, nothing less. Go to church on Passover, they give you the cracker. Ask them, hey, I'm a little more hungrier than the cracker. You think maybe you can give me like a whole sandwich of my choosing? You know, Wendy's is right across the street. You know, I loves me a biggie bag. That could be like the flesh and blood of Jesus, since the cracker really ain't. Other than that, I'm looking at it like you being a little cheap. Like, do you have all of the body of God and you eat it? Are you keeping all the big crackers that's really the body of God for yourself? Because we hungry. Giving us his toenails worth ain't shit. Like, why can't we get a good little bite of God so we can get... Since we drinking the blood of God and eating the flesh, can I get a bigger piece of flesh? I'm hungry. Why you got me fasting for the Sabbath then shortchanging me? I'm hungry. They ain't eat the whole day, big baby. And so y'all better stop playing in church, man. I don't mind asking. Y'all know how I extra bacon. Y'all know how I get. Oh, y'all down on the biggie bags? I ain't gonna lie. I got a little Wendy's fetish, but I don't have no fast food or nothing of worth where I live at. So whenever I leave, I kind of, go see my sister in the Pocono. As soon as we get there, I be Wendy's banging. She be like, this nigga right here, boy. You just want to eat Wendy's, but I gotta catch up. KFC too. They ain't got that many left in New York. So if I ever catch me a KFC. Oh, we going in. I got Dairy Queen. Is that a turtle? Same with Dairy Queen. Certain fast food joints. Oh, I got to have it. I don't get to get it that often. And if you somebody lost on diet or, like I said, y'all have a bunch of rules that y'all live by like kids. Not necessarily morals, but rules. You can eat whatever you want. It's not going to really make a difference. Everything is moderation. If you abusing stuff, well, you get it. That's when you out of pocket. Yeah, we got all those in New York too, but we got all of those too, but I ain't like right dead smack in the city, so ain't nothing around me but like Popeyes in the Chinese store, and that's it. And I ain't really big on either one of those, so. But lucky for me, I'm a fast master, so I can just avoid eating. That's easy for me. Meaning if I ain't cooking, which I ain't big on cooking either, you might get one. I might could cook once or twice a day. Other than that, I ain't got the interest. And so it's a good thing in a way. Keep me from overeating and things like that. Cause I do be getting the munchies a lot. I ain't gonna lie, like I don't get the desire to eat. Oh, I get it nonstop. I'm a little greedy, but I ain't traveling all across town just to get, some Wendy's or something like that. Y'all got crystals down. We got White Castles. Y'all got crystals. The bootleg version. Y'all put mustard on y'all. If you down south, tell me I ain't lying. Y'all gonna put mustard on burger and call it crystals. It's cleaner than White Castles, though. I ain't gonna lie on that. Crystals is way cleaner than White Castles. White Castles smell like bums. If you been to White Castles in New York, I'm not lying. It smell like shit and bums in there, like bad. Where you like, I don't know if I should get it. White Castles in New York, when you walk into it, you really be debating like, should I get it? Cause this is crazy. Like, how would the workers just in here like? And then there be a few bums in there. That's like the bum hangout. White Castles in New York. They pull up in there, man. They be rolling dice off. You be see newspapers and all kind of shit. They taking showers in the bathroom. You like, let me just get one of those little. Let me just get one little burger, cause I don't know if I need to get more than that. It smell like booty. Orlando said not anymore. Or what? They don't put mustard on it no more down south. They need to keep up with that. I'm not going. I was a little thrown off when I first went down south because they was doing that at McDonald's as well. I putting mustard instead of ketchup. I'm from New York City, boy. I ain't never even heard of that. Mustard on a burger. So I'm like, this ain't no Frank. What is y'all doing? Like, but I'm not gonna lie. It's a little better than ketchup. So I ain't gonna lie. I hope down south still do the mustard. That I'm just teasing. It's good. New York got to get up on that, or at least make it an option. If you never had mustard on the burger, try it. I ain't gonna lie, when I used to fry me burgers down south, I used to put mustard on it on my own because of that. It make it taste better. I used to put ketchup too, though. Yeah, down south, y'all love mustard on y'all burger. Yeah, I'm about to say they don't do that no more. They turn into city with it, like to New York with it. You got the. That's the signature to separate down south from, up north. They gonna have mustards on their burger, and you get it? And it's good. Down south will come up to New York, we do ours a little different, and you get it? It's good still, like, just like teasing a little bit. Sweet tea, yeah, y'all got that tea. You ain't gonna get no like homemade iced tea, lemonades, and things like that better than down south. New York ain't got that. But we got like smoothies. We got y'all beating like smoothies and Maurice and Yandos and all that. Y'all don't even know what that is, a Maurice and Yando. It's like a Spanish drink. Milk and orange juice with sugar. They blend it up, put ice in there, blend all that up. Man, it's delicious. And that might be the healthiest natural drink. I don't know, I'll be chilling on the diet stuff because I don't, y'all be getting lost in rules. But I know some stuff y'all don't. Natural stuff that most people will be like, no, he is right. I done got lost in society. I forgot about that. Some of y'all watching now, you like, oh yeah, I used to drink Maurice and Yandos. That is better than all these supplement drinks I'm buying. Maurice and Yando, drink one of those every day. You trying to gain weight, man. Your weight will be up at the end of the week. That fast. It's Spanish stuff. You mess with Spanish stuff, it's gonna put weight on you. Period. Fast too. But you like, oh yeah, my weight, I'm getting fat fast. And so there's a lot of things, in the daytime, y'all be trying to make new stuff, forgetting about the old simple things. And so he said, I'm too country for all that. You try it, make it yourself. Half milk, half orange juice, couple tablespoons of sugar, however much you may need for it to be sweet, because milk gonna take away the sweetness out the orange juice, so you gotta balance it back out. Get some ice, not a lot. You don't have to do ice, I don't. And just blend it up nice. Or you could stir it with a spoon, whichever one you like. And then you sip it and you tell me if that's not one of the best things you ever drank before. It's delicious, man. Make sure it's a little cool. Now, hour and a half past. Y'all got me playing with y'all too much. Damn, I'm gonna have to come back and finish this video and do the scholarship part where I explain the atrahasis and how they got the agenda to make it like a physical thing. This is that antichrist aspect. And then how the man was sacrificed to fulfill that, little thing. We kind of far along. Ashley Martinez said, we are God of our own reality. You're not no God. I'm not sure why you think God is a good thing. That word mean one and only, most high, has everything to do with pride and ego. Has nothing to do with holy, which is whole. Y'all have not come to terms that y'all are learning everything wrong. In that, y'all are reaching to make yourselves the highest wrong thing. Like, you get it? The Satan is the God over the physical world, according to y'all Christian understanding. And he's the one that was kicked out of heaven because he had the I'm the most high, blah, 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 ego problem. Now in the physical, y'all have y'all God. He God, most high, whatever y'all want to say. But y'all have no connection and say, oh yeah, that's the old Lucifer fella. Same description. Y'all Bible started in the beginning, the Spirit of God was hovering in the darkness by itself. Y'all know Lucifer supposedly was kicked out of heaven down to the darkness to be alone. And then y'all read it, and there's nothing that clicks on in the mind to say, hold on, I'm reading about the Satan, which is the God over the physical world in the beginning. In that, it's not about becoming God, but it's about the opposite of that. It's about becoming aware. Having self-control. A man look to control everything outside of his own self. If y'all pay attention to yourselves, y'all will see that y'all have more desire to discipline and overlook the things that you need to be disciplined in. Y'all looking to change others more than y'all look to change yourselves. It's not a teaching. Y'all are looking to change people, but y'all don't want to change yourselves. I'm saying that so you could see. It's about becoming aware. Orlando Lawrence said, I learned that with my kids. Learn what exactly? You'll learn a lot through your kids. You'll learn a lot in your kids in regards to your past and things that you may have chose to overlook about self. I was quite a knuckle, hard-headed kid, I think. Let me stop. No, my kids are adorable. They just coming of age, going through the motions. But what you learn through your kids, becoming aware of how I need to help self. Oh, they told you need to help yourself? Kids was chumping you. That's so deep. Sound like your kids was chumping you up. No, I got it. Becoming aware of how you need to help yourself instead of changing others. It's a deep thing. Damn, you got 4 miscarriages, Ashley Martinez? Hold on, I gotta take a leak. Y'all go on and do y'all little question. Oh, y'all laughing at me. Y'all silly, man. But yeah, you're gonna learn a lot through kids. You're gonna learn a lot through everything in life, meaning, it's like I said before, everything in life is just a reflection of yourself, either the past, present, or future aspect of yourself. And that's it. When you become aware, you kind of see everything, and then, things don't bother you as much. You just get that everybody going through their processes in life, and hopefully they don't, do too much destroying or burning down bridges that, they not going to be able to come to terms with when they do. Because that's most of y'all issues, man. Y'all going to do things beyond what's needed to where you will, you know, cut yourself off from what mean the most to you. And then there's going to be the whole process of the coming to terms with that and however you deal with it. Damn, you said you had 4 miscarriages and 3 abortions. You are a murderer. Let me stop. I'm just playing. Hopefully you ain't got no scars, because I'm about to play on what you just said with your killing ass. I'm about to play on what you just said, big murderer. The baby killer. Oh, you's a baby soul killer. Like, you ain't even let them things get a life. Like Lilith. Kill them in the womb like the devil. Nah. You like the fallen angels. They taught man how to kill a baby before that thing even came out the womb, blood. You sure? Are you sure you're not one of the fallen? Because they had women with them. You one of the wives of the fallen. Nah, I'm just playing with you. That's a lot, man. That's a lot of bodies, though. 4 abortions or 4 miscarriages, 3 abortions. You got to get your poom poom a break. It sound like that shit got a little. It sound like that poom poom got a little mileage on it. If it's a nice car, you feel me? I ain't tripping about it. But if your poom poom ain't a nice car, you got to keep the mileage down. Fuck, you gonna have a hoopty on high mileage? Some of y'all vagina, your vagina on that. That shit ain't all that. And it got high miles? Nah, blood, you gotta get real. Can't have high miles and the shit need to paint, yeah. A poom poom need a favor. I'm just playing, love. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Women go through a lot, man. They gonna have a lot of I don't know how to say it, but you get it. They got a lot on them. It ain't a lot, but they make a lot. Yeah, women make a lot of problems for themselves. Most of them in anger. So the best thing I could tell women is try not to get angry so much, cause y'all know what I mean. If you a woman overall, and you're not so bitter, where you don't want to hear no man, y'all could just work on not getting angry so fast and kind of giving yourself a time cycle where you say I'm gonna wait for 2 days or so, and if I'm still mad, cause women that get mad do some dumb retard shit to not be mad 2 hours later. If you a woman, I'm sure you can agree that you do be doing that sometimes. Like over, women are emotional. They make small stuff big stuff. They make big stuff not so important, because you know how you know how women are. They will make something big and important not that important. Like, I don't worry about that. Make something small. Orlando Lawrence said, that's how I be trying to talk to my wife. She gets too mad about too many things. Yeah, good luck with that, champ. It's a season, like. Women have a lot of dishonor that they will never acknowledge. And like I said, life is a balance. And so women are suffering. Women get periods and things like that men don't get. And they get other sufferings that men don't get either. But it's an awareness thing. Like, they not self-aware. Or they don't want to be. Men either, but they are, but they ain't. It's like a choice for them. I'm not right now. But if you look at women, you'll see like they never really self-aware. When I say self-aware, I don't mean of your appearance. I mean of the state of the mind, the state of the emotions. Like self-aware of your actions. They not like that too much. Men close in more, so you get it? It helped them to not like defile themselves as much as women. Women project out more, like they anger, so then it make them like, it make the problems more and more. Men kind of go into a shell. In that, you get it? A man may do one thing, and then that will be it. He will go into a shell after that. And you get my point? Women are more projecting. So think like when you arguing with your wife, you probably more likely to be like, all right, just shut up, I'm done with it. But she not. You get it? Oh, she gonna get her last 57 words off in that. I mean, like in that way. Men clock off at some moment where they like, I don't got time for this dumb shit, and I'm not even about to pay you no mind. But you can't do that to them, because you get it? They need to finish whatever they going through, like, and they need you to stay there and take the abuse. So then the man got to figure it out. Like, all right, what I'm gonna do, man? Because if I don't let her abuse me, my nigga, she not gonna never stop till she get her abuse off. It could be verbally, whatever. If you a man, Am I lying? Like, that's how you feel a little bit, right? Like, man, she cool, but you know, it's just when she get mad, man, I don't know. Can't really, I can't reach her. Like, don't matter how much sense I make, blood, I just can't reach her. Like, whatever I say, she gonna blow over it. She ain't did nothing when she mad. I did everything. It become that where you like, then you don't be mad at them that much. You be like, I don't know how to explain it. Men, you got to look at little boys and girls. Then you get my point. The little boy fall, hurt himself. He cried 3-4 seconds, jumped back up like nothing happened. It don't be like that with the little girl. She be mad. Like, she don't want to play no more. She ain't trying to play no more. She like, she done with it. And that carries on into adulthood, you know? Man could go through something and then he get it, whatever. He get over it. It don't stick with him. It stick with them. And that, women got to be careful, like, going through things because y'all don't let things go so fast. It don't have to be a important or big thing, but y'all not going to let it go. Y'all probably make it worse. Y'all try to make it sound worse to others because you know women like to be victims. In that, they start believing they own worse. Like whatever they made up. You know how chicks are, man. It's like my dad said. He said all women are bipolar and a little thrown off. I'm like, blood, stupid. I wish I would. So deep. I wish I would listen to this fool. This is me like in my 20s. I'm like, I wish I would listen to this bozo. But I ain't telling him that. I'm just like, oh, word. They all bipolar. I'm taking offense for my mom's really. Like when he's saying that, I'm kind of going into that mode. Like, what are you saying? I wasn't really looking at it from my own perspective. Like, I was kind of taking it from mom's. Like, nigga, what is you saying? I would listen to you. But now looking back overall, yeah, he right. Meaning it don't matter how dumb a person is, they gonna live life and have experiences. And if they further along than you, some of the things they may say may sound crazy, but then they be right. And it's just right because they just speaking from experience. Like, so it's deep. Yeah, thanks for that, Holy Zoli Toli. And said subscribe and become a channel member. Now, if y'all got any questions, I guess I'll come back later on sometime and go in depth and finish the video. I didn't even get this started, but it's still good. Y'all got juice out of this one. Of course, if y'all want to get back, y'all know how. Ashley Martinez said, us women are allowed to change our minds whenever we want just because we are women. Women are trying to prove that they're worthy of something that I don't know. And that y'all becoming extremists. Like y'all trying to prove to men, I guess, that y'all equal to them. And y'all are not. And this is where all y'all troubles keep coming from. Y'all are lost in the system. If you remove the police station and the system and all these things, all y'all have is y'all baby fathers and the men in y'all life. Y'all don't have nothing else. And the chick in the past understood that. She wasn't lost in her ego where she like, I'm a woman of... She knew, like, I'm a woman. I got to keep, you know? It's like a child. A child got to have parents, but they could get lost in their mind where they think they don't. So that happened to women at some point where the system make y'all think, like, I don't need a man. And you don't need one physically, but it's clear that y'all do need men emotionally and mentally. Otherwise, y'all will go all the way to an extreme in y'all imbalanced perspective, if that makes sense. And y'all do need like authority. If you watch women, it doesn't matter how old they become, you do see like they do always need an authority figure over them. They never seem comfortable or fully like safe and secure No matter how old they get, if there's no masculine figure around. Look at the women that have men that's old and the ones that don't. The ones that don't look like they're trying to overcompensate for what they don't have, meaning their face may be a little more screwed up. They may look a little more angry. They may be a little more grouchy. But that's all like compensating for, not actually having a masculine protection around. You kind of like keep things at bay. Think like if you scared, you may start running your mouth or screaming a little louder than you would if you wasn't. And that's like your fake tough mechanism to kind of cover up when you scared. And women are kind of like that. It's like I told y'all, little girls grow into boys, and little boys have to grow into men. Meaning the woman look just like your son. If you take off all her makeup and you put on boy clothes on her and put a hat on her head, she gonna look like your 13-year-old son. She don't have no facial hair, nothing. You get my point? That's why I say girls evolve into boys. A grown woman is just a boy. If you lost and you say, I ain't no boy, well, y'all act like little boys. Y'all act quite tough and all of that and ain't really got nothing to back it up with. Meaning a woman to curse you out and talk you down in the daytime can't even fight like a little boy. She gonna lose, but she don't care. She like a little boy. Like that. A little girl evolve into a boy at puberty. Where his nipples get hard and all of that, but you get it? A boy have to evolve into a man to balance all that out. That's not an insult to women. This is just wisdom. Meaning, if you don't like what's being said, you don't have to take it. You can live by whatever you want. It's no big deal to me. You said that's not a fair perspective. It's because you're lost into an extreme. It's like I said, y'all think y'all have something to prove to men. In that, whatever we say, then y'all have something to say, even if it's nothing to say. Y'all are lost in y'all ego, but I don't think y'all care. Women don't look at themselves. It's like I said, they don't have no self-awareness. So she don't see that she taking offense to nothing, When I say women grow up to be boys, well, I gave you a physical description. To say a woman, this is how much ego women got. They think they measure up to a boy going through puberty. A boy going through puberty will beat the life out his mama. She can't do nothing with him. But somewhere in your mind, you probably looking at it like, how we boys? That's a compliment. You don't measure up to no boy. A woman don't know how weak they are. Like that, y'all lost in y'all ego to that point. Where y'all on Clarissa Shields. Y'all have no awareness. Your 16-year-old son won't do you filthy. I'm not saying he will. But let's say it had to be tested. You could do something with your 16-year-old son. He a boy. That's a boy. Some of y'all son is 14, 13, 12. You could do something with him for real. Like if he fight back. That part. You gonna be calling the daddy because he gonna overwhelm you. That part. Some of y'all young boys are smarter than y'all. Meaning when you dealing with women, the son becomes smarter than the mama at some point. And this is before he becomes a grown man. Tell me when I'm lying. Because if you're a woman, you have a son. Maybe you do. If he's 16 through 18, I'm lying. He not smarter than you. He don't be helping you with some of the things that have to do with mind stuff. Can he not beat your ass if it really came to that? So I don't see how a woman thinks she of equal merit to a boy. You not. Let alone a man. But it's all a coming of awareness thing. Meaning the system, they got the system. That's what throw them off. She say, no, if my son beat me up, I'll call the cops. You get it? That's what make y'all like lose sight of what I'm saying in regards to just life. And so everybody have to just learn their place, meaning men have to know their place and what that entails of them. Young boys have to learn their place and learn when you get up in age 14 and up, you gonna have to chill on all that whining and leaning on your mama because you too big now. When you was a little boy, you could whine and lean on her and get her attitude with her. But when you do that now at 16, it look aggressive. It look borderline like I might have to step in and beat your ass. And there has to be a father present to explain that to the boy. You too big now. And a boy is more than a grown woman in terms of like physical stature, mind, things of that nature. Y'all may be smarter than y'all boys, let's say in the curriculum. They still going through school, but we talking about like, if you a woman, you know what I mean. Your son help you, you know. Otherwise, your mind been fried. Otherwise, your mind been fried, you know that. But what I'm saying is not a bad thing. It's the son gonna serve the mama just like the man gonna serve. Everything is for the woman. But the woman, I don't know. Y'all have to become aware. Meaning if y'all raise y'all sons and y'all good to y'all sons, they gonna die for y'all. Y'all know that already. And so it's the same with, you know, the men y'all with. If y'all serve them right, y'all know they gonna die for y'all. In that, a woman is like a master with two lions. But if them lions turn on her or not is gonna be dependent on her. And how she know how to handle, like, it's a deep thing, you know. I be in the nature, so I watch. Animals don't talk, so you just get to see the truth. And people the same way, they talk, but you ain't got to listen. You could just watch them like animals. So I do a lot of that, you know. And it's like I said, you know, everybody learn their place in life, then everything be like in an order. And that order will serve, you know, all in their place. But it's just a pride thing. Everybody have to evolve past their pride. Carter said, "Are you crying?" No, that's my voice. I get allergies in the summertime and I got mad spit in the back of my throat. I ain't want to OD and be like, there you go. I'm better now. Ain't nothing wrong with crying though. But yeah, that's my voice. Who the fuck cries with a clear, who cries with a clear voice and no retarded? Why, you got tissue from me? It's just a Harlem thing, I think. Meaning people always be thinking I'm crying when I'm talking if they not looking at me. They like, you sound like you crying. And I heard somebody say that to Cameron too, like, why this nigga always sound like he crying? I don't know, we just talk mad relaxed, so it sound like that. Like, I don't know. Jim Jones sound like he be crying too when he talking if you ain't looking. Mace sound like he be crying. It's just a Harlem thing where we get in our relaxed groove, you know. We might leave a little spit in the back of that throat, whatever, I don't know. It's just a relaxed thing. Carter said, do you have Instagram? I do, but I don't know my Instagram handle. I don't spend much time online. I just upload on it ever so often, and you get my point. But I don't know my Facebook, shit, I don't even know what is my YouTube? Why Solace? Or Solace Solari? Y'all can still hear me with this car? I don't know why niggas be doing dumb shit. Oh, Why Solace? Yeah, I do have it. I think maybe you could check in the about part, you know, on YouTube where it say about, and I think it have my links there, but I don't remember. Said if I come to USA, I'll call you. You know, everything business though. Y'all be calling me like we buddies and shit. I'm grown. I don't know y'all like that. I explain ancient scholarship and shit like that. I don't be sitting around just bullshit talk. Y'all think like that. And you get to get the bullshit talk me while I'm live. Outside of that, I don't do that, man. Make sure you bring me a Dubai prostitute, man. Don't come empty-handed, you hear? I'm just playing. Bring me one of the prostitutes from Dubai, you feel me? Don't just be coming here empty-handed. Bring me some struffles or something. Bring me some struffles or something too, man. Stop playing. Stop coming here empty-handed. I ain't playing. Equilibrium Infinite. Yeah, I was about to start one on my website. I'm glad you just said that and reminded me. I was supposed to do it on Saturday and completely forgot. That's why if you go to my website, none of the pricing plans are there anymore except for just one. I was going to do that. I forgot all about it. That's the only thing I don't like about this. It take up too much mental space. You get my point? I need somebody to do the business part, like the business part and all that online stuff. Just give you the knowledge, like how I do it, and you do it. You share all that extra stuff. I don't have the time for it. I'm at that age, you know, I'm kind of one with life and nature. It becomes to be like an interference. I have no desire to be on, like, you know, social media. This don't bother me. This is just like, you know, chit-chatting with y'all for a minute. But all that Facebook and Instagrams and all of that stuff, you know. Those is like MK Ultra mental and emotional little programs they got going, where they scrambling up y'all mind and making y'all emotionally, you know, A-Rah. And so I try to stay off them things. Well, I don't try, I do. Carter said I will subscribe. Salam, shalom. Ashley Martinez, what is a feminist? No, I used to go live every day, a couple of times a day, but the public don't respect balance, so they don't want to give back, you know? And that I don't, but whenever the public starts giving back, well, we be back at, you know, deep scholarship every day. And that if I like, you know, get off topic, I can always come back, you know, an hour or two and just do the actual video. I mean, I could do that now, but you get my point? It's work. It's mental work. It's not just a conversation when I'm explaining different scholarships. My thoughts have to be on a certain vibration, and you get it? Like a focus I have to have. And it puts a strain on my mind. Meaning a lot of y'all are not really wise. You just like to talk a lot. So when you speaking or teaching, you're not pulling from the soul truly, or the mind space. You're kind of pulling from whatever program is there. So there's no real thought or no real like pull of the mind. When I'm breaking down certain things, y'all don't realize how much pull is being on the mind The deeper and wiser whatever I say is, the more weight on my mind. Look at it like that. So if you say like this nigga say the deepest shit I ever heard in my life, imagine how much pressure come on my mind for that. That's why my head gray so fast. Like it's like the Bible said, Moses seen God and the nigga head turned white instantly. My hair's white, but it's like a mental strain thing, like a pressure. In that, I guess this is why wise men always say, like, keep your mind clear. I stay telling y'all that. Yeah, clean out your conscience, like, keep it clear. And that's how I move, you feel me? If I ain't teaching or nothing. If you ever see me in real life, you'll see, like, he don't be desperate to, like, teach or nothing like that. He be chilling, he quiet. It ain't that, it's just, y'all speaking from nothing. Like, programming, stuff that's just there. Y'all don't have to pull, like, in y'all mind space. And, it's deep. I can't explain it, but it's a lot of pressure in the temple. It's a lot of pressure around the temple or the sides of the head. A feminist is a person who believes in and supports equal rights and opportunities for all genders. Yeah, I don't mind being a feminist then, if that's what it really is, and you're not trying to be funny and make me like some homo. But if they really have that thing, like a feminist, and it's what you just said, yeah, I wouldn't mind supporting something like that and being a part of something like that, where everything got to be, equal, but still know its place. Like a basketball team, they're all equal, but the point guard is the point guard. And maybe he got more control than the shooting guard, but overall, they still all equal, you get it? Kind of like that. Everybody got to be equal, but everybody got to still know their place so that the order can still be how it need to be, Other than that, it's just going to stay like how it is. But y'all find y'all way. Maybe y'all don't. You got lost and found, so both spaces be filled up, I suppose. Just like you got day and night. Both places gonna be filled up, I suppose. Those that come out at night gonna come out at night. Those that come out at day gonna come out at day. You're gonna always have the duality. You wanna find yourself in the side of the duality that ain't gonna have you like mentally and emotionally messed up. It's that simple. Ashley Martinez said, do I ever feel sorry for bums on the street? And there's some of y'all that don't look like y'all belong there. Like you done been hanging around the wrong people. And you way too young to be out there like that. Like that. Then there's some bums that's repeats. Like they just come to that spot every day and be a bum. In that, then there's no feeling because it's just extra normal. Like they like the fire hydrant. They just did. They just didn't gonna be there, but you get it. I don't put a lot of focus in the bums. You're not gonna get nowhere putting your mind into the lower things, especially if you're not in a place to do anything about it. A lot of y'all have not even overcome y'all own poverty. Let's say you financially straight, but you still not rich or anything. You still not have receded the poverty of everybody that know you, where you can go to like now being concerned with bums on a street corner that you don't know. So I live an order. Like I have to be financially straight. Everyone I knows have to be financially straight. Even the people I don't like, they still hold more merit than the fucking strange bum that I don't know. You get it? So it have to be like that first, like before I start reaching beyond me. And that I try not to focus on bums too much. Somebody asks, they ask. I don't, a beggar. I give beggars. But I don't put too much thought in those kind of things. Like, a lot of y'all chicks is beggars and y'all ain't even bums. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Relax. Relax. Said I mean like beggars. Yeah, like you, right? You be begging them. Stay begging a nigga, don't you? I be pay my light bill. Chicks will cry and be begging you for their bills and shit. And you like, what the fuck? Why is you getting mad at me? Cause you can. Why is you cursing me out cause you can't pay your fucking rent? What that got to do with it? Y'all be getting mad at y'all mothers and everybody in y'all life that y'all that y'all know. When y'all having like financial hardship and need a little help. Women a mess, man. Yes, men do that too, I suppose. I don't know. But if you a woman and you ain't laughing at that, you crazy because you probably just did that the other day with your mama or somebody. All right, if y'all have any questions, let me know. Ashley, she crazy. I try to avoid things that's, gonna bring sadness on itself. Keep my mind on the things that's, of worth. And I ain't really, I don't hang in environments where, I'm gonna be seeing bums. The poor gonna be ambushed by the poor, so you get my point. They kind of all work to keep the poor where they are. Meaning, if you poor, you see bums and beggars, and the poor wind up, being their own charity. That's why I don't never like get fixed. You got the blind leading the blind, or you got like the poor trying to raise up the poor, and that's the rich people's job. But and keep the poor down, because you can't just see that kind of stuff and then you get it. Can't see sadness all day and pathetic things and then kind of shoot for the stars. So it's all like playing like that. Some of y'all have to become aware like of the circumstances that you have and how it's all orchestrated. Ashley Martinez said, why are women underpaid and looked down upon in society? That's not true. Y'all more likely to get the job before men because most men are the business owners, and so they gonna pick the eye candy before they pick like whoever can actually do the job. So y'all have an upper hand there. Whatever you say against a man, you more than likely gonna be, whatever you say gonna come before. And that, you get it? Y'all not really underpaid and looked down upon in society. A lot of y'all women, y'all really don't know, like, y'all couldn't be a man for 2 days. Women really they don't know. Like, y'all like spoiled or the privileged that's just obligated in the brain, so y'all don't really take a time out to see like, damn, I wouldn't even be able to last like the things men have to go through on a mental and an emotional level and physical. Most women wouldn't last a day. Like, they couldn't cope with, like, because we get a lot of unfair treatment, but our skin got to be thick. Just everywhere in life. Meaning, you get it? Men don't get a break, actually. Unless he's single. Single man get to go home, get himself a little break, but if the man ain't single, he never get no break, like no rest. There's always somebody that's like leaning on him or his mind in some kind of way, whether it's financially, physically, whatever. And you get my point? Just look at it simple like this. Women get all the help, men don't. So if you a woman, always kind of look at it like that. Maybe you got a housing voucher or Section 8 or something, but your baby daddy, he don't. That nigga gotta pay real rent. And he still gotta do for you too. In the society we live in, he gotta do something for his mama too, or they gonna say he ain't shit. He gotta take care of his whole family, because that's what they said online. Like, everybody in the family. And that, do you get it? That's not a woman's reality. Y'all can earn, hide. It's funny, but it's deep. Y'all can earn and put y'all money to the side. Y'all gonna use the next nigga. Like, you get my point? That's why I say most women, they can't last. You wouldn't last as a man. Not even a day, I don't think. Ew. Ashley said my friend had to have sex with a manager just to get hired for the job. Your friend is a whore. A cheap one too, cause if you selling ass for just for a job, hold on, blood. How she ain't sell her ass for money? If you out here selling your ass for nothing, just so you could get a job that a nigga could fire you from the next day, what if he would have fired her as soon as she started? Like, how you selling your ass for shit that ain't even like? That's crazy. I hope people don't know who you are, and because then they gonna know who your friend is. You throwing her under the bus, that's private business. I don't think nobody trying to let people know they selling they self for free. She said she sold her vagina, or she had sex with the manager just to get hired for the job. That means she would have sex for $25. Forget it. Forget it. I didn't mean to say that. Remember I told you men about, don't be getting that bargain booty. Y'all be out here buying vagina, but y'all be going for bargains. You don't play with bargains and vagina. Meaning if you buying vagina, you don't want to be cheap. You don't want to be cheap, my boy. You gonna end up in that clinic. And so maybe now you see what I mean. You got chicks out here giving their vagina away just for a job. Like, she gave her vagina up so she could be a slave. Like, this shit go deep. Like, chicks is finished out here. I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't think y'all listening. Like, that's just what come out. Y'all don't want to know what ain't coming out. Like, females are disgusting. I hate to say it, but if all females' truth had to come out, it'd look a little nasty out here. And they be knowing too, like, you're gonna lose quite a lot of respect for women. I don't want to hold you. I don't want to hold you. Said you underestimate women. Don't put much thought into y'all. I don't want to hold you when you say like you underestimate women. I'm just talking to you right now. Outside of that, I'm really sitting around thinking about y'all. I'm just putting it out there. Most men ain't either. Y'all a little annoying. I'm just playing. Don't take offense. But you know, y'all a little annoying. Ain't nobody really trying to like think about y'all when y'all ain't, you know, pressing yourselves up on people, getting on their nerves. So, you ain't never gotta feel like, man, Silas, you underestimate women. Nah. I don't underestimate y'all because I don't think about y'all enough to have a perspective like if y'all under or above. Just crazy to me, you feel me? And y'all got some good vagina, it feel good. That's about as far as I go with it. I respect the balance. They annoying, but they got some good fruit. But I ain't a fruit addict, so you feel me? Other than that, a lot of y'all, let your hair down and loosen up a little bit. I still sound like I'm. My voice still sound like I'm crying. I told y'all I get bad allergies in the summer, man. I get a little slim in the summer because it be too hot and I can't eat and stuff like that. Then my allergies be. I'm allergic to dust, so like it get dusty in the summer and then it be the pollen and all of that. But summer almost over. I can't wait. Now let me see if I missed any questions and I'm departing. Romeo Akbar, you said people say you used to look stressed. I forgot what we was talking about though. But as you get older, your skin is gonna get more relaxed and loose. That's why old people be talking about facelifts and things like that. Like the skin on your arms, legs, things like that. You're gonna start to notice them getting a little looser and looser. And you may even feel like a little discomfort or like a little uncomfortness. Not pain or nothing, but just maybe your face start feeling like, heavier than you remember it. Like that. You get older, your skin start, getting looser and looser so that you can look like an old person. And that, maybe as you age, you start looking a little sad or stressed, but really, you ever see old people and you like, they always look sad or something, like, they be fine, they face is just, they skin heavy, like, it's hanging somewhat. And that, it make them look wrinkled and sad, and it's just the process of life. Ashley said you should be bowing down to a woman's feet. For what? I was trying to think of a reason. Just asking, like, for what? For begging? I'm just playing. Can y'all relax? I want to say this, because just in case my baby mothers, one of them or both of them are watching. I ain't talking about my baby mothers. You get it? I don't view. It's just a word. You get my point? But like I said, I don't play them goofy games. I'm saying that because I don't want nobody, like, if somebody in need, I don't want you to ever look at it like you begging and your ass gonna be starving or something. Don't do that to yourself. I'm just playing, in real life, I don't do this much talking in real life. You get my point? Get to the point of what you want, because I ain't got the time. And that, if you asking or begging, however you want to word it, I ain't somebody where you gonna see, like, most people that receive from me, you ain't gonna hear nothing about it. I ain't somebody that be like, you know, I did this or that. I don't care. Handle your handle. Hopefully that help you. And you get my point? I've been taking care of people since I was young, so it ain't no, it's just normal. But I do want to say that I don't want, because we live in them times, a lot of people need help. I'm not speaking about nobody in my life. Whoever in my life, they got my number. I'm saying that because y'all be thinking I'm talking about me. But I'm speaking like mostly about y'all. Y'all be online and, all that big talk be making some of y'all that may need a little help feel like I ain't asking nobody. Niggas out here on some whole nother time. And that's why I'm saying that. Like, if you, I just playing when I'm saying, like, y'all be begging all day. If you a woman, ain't nothing wrong with asking for help if you need help. And the same with a man. If you need some help, you just gotta ask the right people. You don't want to be asking nobody that's gonna be calling you a beggar and all of that and belittling you with it. Other than that, you good. That's why I put that clarity. I ain't talking about my baby mamas because I ain't never tell them they was begging me before. And that, if they might be listening, they probably think I'll be talking about them. But if you need help in this life, you don't want to never let the pride get to the place where, you don't ask for help, or you ask for help in a prideful manner where it's distasteful and you don't get the help. You want to make sure your energies and everything is right. And more than anything, you want to be genuine. We got a lot of people in the daytimes, they kind of just act loosely. I'll say this to mostly everybody in life. Ask people that you deal with on that level. Don't just be asking any your body, because that's how that happens. When you start asking outside of your own true circle, maybe you having a little issue, so you don't want to, deal with who you normally deal with. You know how y'all be showing y'all ass and I don't be feeling right coming to ask. Don't deal outside your own circle. You keep it with who you deal with, and you get my point? Otherwise, you're gonna be suffering that kind of stuff. You gotta be genuine, meaning your need to be genuine. How you present yourself for the help need to be genuine, and you get it. Reaching outside your circle, going to strangers ain't necessarily so genuine. And that, you get my point. But I'm not saying you can't get help from a stranger, but you gotta respect what that is. Meaning the stranger ain't necessarily got love for you, so you don't know how that's going, They gonna do it however they do it. And they might belittle you later, whatever it may be, you get it? But so, just charge it to they a stranger. Henry the Real is a pervert. Ashley Martinez said, that's all you men care about is vagina. You men are disgusting. That is a lie. I can say this honestly. I don't know how many men can, but I can. I've never made a bargain with either one of my baby mamas like, yo, you gotta do something with me or I ain't. You get it? That's probably why they be getting argued, be getting a little, agitated with me, because I don't be giving no attention. I don't like be touching a button like that, or like trying to get intimate with them in any way. But I do that for a reason, because you get it? I'm like glue. People be getting attached to me too much, and then it start getting narcissistic. Kind of like how y'all are. Y'all be coming in this bitch thinking y'all on my mind, and it get narcissistic, where it's like you don't have an awareness that my brain and this is my channel and not yours. And so, like, in that way, I kind of like, But from my experiences in life, I would say, like, women like sex more than men. Usually men can't hang, like, but it's just spoken in the reverse. Men be having bills and beef and shit like that, you know? So men be having beef out here in these streets. They be having bills and shit. They mind don't be, you feel me? You was just cursing your boyfriend out the other day because that nigga fell asleep early. You feel me? All men do that. You know, woman be getting ready to have sex. She be pull up, you knocked out. Like, man, I hope she don't wake me up. I hope she leave me asleep, man, because I ain't got the energy. And so it's a deep thing. You should be aware. Peace and wisdom, equilibrium. And he said, felt. Henry, you're not being attacked by lust. You're just a pervert. You don't have to blame it on, like, he trying to blame his pervertedness on, like, something attacking him. Like a murderer trying to blame it on invisible spirits. The voices make me do it. Nigga, you going to jail. Don't nobody want to hear all of that dumb shit. I'm crazy to play. This how some of y'all is. You gonna catch your whole body, then try to play crazy like somebody gonna. Nobody wanna hear that, blood. The crazy voices make me do it. You sound like that, blood. I'm being attacked by the lust demons. No, you're just a pervert. Hopefully you don't rape anyone and end up in jail. But other than that, deal with yourself, man. Nah, you come here and start crying. I ain't get no help. He throws me out. Listen, man, you're a pervert. Don't do nothing dumb out here, you hear? And stop blaming your inconsistencies on invisibility. You ain't being attacked. You going to attack someone if you don't get your pervertness together. And stop fucking up all your socks, man. Mama just bought those for you. And somebody take his grease in his lucky sock, like, and just let go on his sock. Ooh, Frank's got grease. It's just you, my boy, pulling up to the barbecue. They like, man, what you want on your Frank? You talking about grease? Where's my sock? You got on sandals with gray socks and shit. Just spiced out. Just all out of style with it, my boy. And so, I be knowing how y'all get down. Goofy. Half a goofy. We live in perverted times, though. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of y'all are. I don't know. It get more perverse every generation, I suppose. So I guess like my grandma and them generation, they sex and they pervertedness probably like. Go watch an old porno from 1950. You like this shit? Corny. Woo, this is corny. What are they doing? Like that. It's like it get more perverted and perverted every generation than that. You feel me? Y'all pervertedness is beyond what I could fathom. I probably don't even know like how y'all really, it's different. He said it's serious, bro. I can't stop looking at women when I'm at the grocery store. How old are you? You know, when you reach a certain age and that puberty start kicking in, yeah, you gonna definitely start looking at women like dinner. That happened to all men, though. At that age, and you like, damn, they all look good. You even be looking at the ugly ones sometimes, like, damn, even the leftover bitches look good. The leftover bitches is the chicks that nobody really want, but you like, like if you pull up to the party late and you like, damn, bro, y'all ain't saved me no liquor and weed, and they like, you got the leftover shit, like. Whatever's left, whatever's left, help yourself to that. Do you feel me? You have the leftover chicks, like, you look at them like, I mean, I hit that too, whatever. That's why I say, don't get yourself in no trouble, you feel me? Running around eating the vaginas of the ugly chicks and they put you on blast like, he ate my... And you did, because you busted, man. But running around here eating ass and booty, that's what, different times. Like I said, y'all like feet and ass and enjoy yourselves. You feel me? I wouldn't want to interfere. I don't want to interfere with y'all fun at the end of the day. Do what y'all do. Salam. Generation insane. Y'all should all be getting like mental checks. That's what I think. Damn, Henry the Real said he in his late 20s and never got no poom poom. Damn. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't even know that was real. Man, I couldn't even tell you when I started getting ass, cause I had my first child at 19, so you feel me? How you ain't get no hold up. I'm sorry, I'm just I don't get it. How you didn't get no ass all this time? I couldn't avoid Poom Poom 9090. I'm trying to think like that. Like I couldn't even have avoided it. That's why I don't see how you didn't get none. I be trying to avoid Poom Poom, but then you feel me? I'm weak. Like all I'm weak like all men, but I be telling myself like, nah, I'm celibate. But I just don't never succeed at it. How you didn't get none? Like I can't avoid not getting it. I'm asking because maybe you the key to me learning how I can avoid it. Because I've been trying to figure that out. Chicks be offering me booty and I'm gonna take. I'm just playing. Let me shut up, man. You be forgetting I got baby mamas and stuff like that. You never know people's feelings, you know? They're pissing them off and shit like that. They seeing me in jacuzzi. They seeing me in jacuzzis with thotties getting mad, and you feel me? I ain't got no self-awareness of them kind of things, you feel me? And so, let me just shut the fuck up, man. I don't be getting no ass, and ain't no ass be getting off with me. Forget it. See, this is what dealing with women gonna do. You just give all your fun away and just be like, man, I ain't doing nothing. Just sitting by the river, not doing. This is what fucking with any chicks gonna get you, man. Sitting by the river, you say, I ain't doing nothing. Leave me alone. I ain't. No girls like me. Just so you can keep everything on the up and up. You feel me? Says Equilibrium said he can't avoid it. I'm 43. I still be dodging vagina, but I feel like I look a little young, so maybe that's why. But you get it? Meaning I still could pull a little 20-year-old chicks, and I won't have to feel like a sugar daddy, like she just messing with me, cause you get it? I'm an older dude. She gonna juice. They don't know I'm old. They think I'm their damn age. So I'm still where I could lie and be like, yo, I'm 29, 27. They not gonna really know, like, unless they catch me with my joint on Grizzy. But yeah, I don't know how you ain't getting no vagina, my boy. That's crazy. He said he in his late 20s. Almost 30. That mean you 29. You might not never. I don't want to mess up your fun. You gonna get some. Your daddy coming. Sorry, right? You like the kid at the window waiting for his daddy. I don't want to hurt your feelings. He ain't coming back. So I just like, you gonna get some vagina. Don't worry. You never bought none? I don't understand. How is that possible that you never got no vagina? You could go buy some. Look, you don't know what times we live in? Even regular chicks is selling vagina. When I was growing up, only prostitutes and hoes sell a vagina. Man, you live in a time where you could offer a normal, regular chick some money. She will contemplate on it. I'm not disrespecting women, but we do live in different times. That is a real reality. If you think I'm lying and you a man, offer one of the women that you like that you know not a prostitute, but on a real level, just like make a offer to her. Like, yo, I ain't trying to play you or nothing, but 400-500. What's up? Like, you gonna hit that. I'm not. You gonna really hit that in the daytime. She gonna give you that. You don't even have to say that amount. You could say 25. Forget it. I don't want to argue with nobody. If you a woman, you know what I'm talking about. You're not a prostitute. You took some money and you get my point. Just like she say her friend had sex with the manager for the job. And that I don't see how you ain't get no. You ain't a boss nowhere where you maybe could charge them to get the job. You gotta get creative, my boy, and start using your mind and listening to everybody else way. You don't know what you're doing with yourself, man. You ain't buying no vagina, you ain't bagging up none. You ain't got no boss skills where you like could bribe them out of it for the job, so what you gonna do? Where you live at, man? If you live in Atlanta, next time I swing out to Atlanta, you can meet me. I'll get you some ass fast, like, this shit crazy. I'm a vagina magnet, man. I'm in Atlanta, they just throwing vagina at me. I chill. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna catch AIDS out here. My friend telling me I'm stupid. We in the club, some chick comes right in front of me for the whole rest of the night, half naked, shaking her ass in front of my face. Like three, four more chicks come shaking their ass in front of my face. It's funny because me and my boy got two females with us, his wife and another female. They didn't even care about them. I see the female next to me ready to deck one of them. She's like, yo, what? My man, my man telling me like, yo, you Cause I'm sitting there ignoring them. You feel me? I'm trying to do my celibate thing. I'm trying to be strong, so I'm ignoring them. He like, yo, you stupid, man. I don't know what's wrong with you. OD. But that's normal to me. So it ain't. I don't know how to. I don't know how to go about. I know how to go about that if I feel like it. But you get it. The chicks always throwing their vagina at me, and that I don't. I could pass it up. It ain't no big deal with me. I can give it away. Like, yo, my. Maybe you like my man, and you feel me? Hook him up. I don't know. I'm just a cool guy, so most girls like me. I don't say much. I just be chilling. And you get it? I can't tell you. I don't know. They know. But they damn sure be going through extremes to give me vagina, and usually they win. I be like, alright, you ain't got to twist my. You ain't got to twist my arm. Alright. Like, you feel me? You want to get to my level with that's just your answer. Like, alright. You know, they want to have sex with you so bad, they all over you. You like, oh, can I get a little rest? You know, son, problems my son gonna have when he get older. I gotta school him on how to deal with these things. Like, don't let them steal your Holy Ghost, son. They all they want, you know. I'm not being funny. This is true. If you know me in real life, you know I'm not lying. And I'm mad little, so that's what make it even more strange. Like, they be tall. They be all size. Midgets, tall. It's just strange, but I don't mind. Some of y'all watch me on here. Maybe you see me in real life. Yo ass tall as hell, but you like, yeah, I'm gonna give him some. Like that. Like, I don't know how that happens like that. I ain't diesel or nothing like that either. There ain't nothing special about me. Unless I just don't, unless I'm just used to myself. But I don't see nothing special where I be getting it like how I do, where I have to hide away. Even if I go to Harlem and like the populated places, I can't get no break. They be on my body. That's why I like nature in the forest. I kind of get a break from all the extra stuff. And you know, time to myself. A lot of my younger years was wasted on, you know, running around and playing, as y'all would say. And that, you know, want to make sure you keep yourself. You want to lose yourself out here. I ain't gonna lie, man. The shorter chicks are better than the tall chicks, but the tall chicks are more emotionally stable and they more cool. Short chicks is annoying, but they poom poom is better than like tall chick, like 5'9" chick. She more chill. Meaning, if you a guy, you gonna like taller chicks a little more better. I think they cool, like they don't be tripping. I guess short chicks got an insecurity, so then there's an extreme there to balance it out. And in my time dealing with taller chicks, they just more cooler. Like they secure with they self, kind of like they so secure they don't care that I'm short. Like it don't make them no never. They don't care. I be like, damn, she kind of goofy. I can't be fucking with you outside, blood. You a little doofy and shit. But they don't care. Like Henry the Real said, can you give someone advice on chicks? Yeah, I'm not actually a ladies man. I'm a guy that women just they come to. I can't tell you like what's the pickup line. I ain't never bagged no chick. And you just hear what I said. I went in the club, they just popped up like that. I ain't never actually had to if I'm hanging with one of my friends, let's say they got a girlfriend, the first thing she say when she see me is, "Oh, I got a friend for you. He cute." So like that, I ain't never actually had to like I always had more women than I don't even know where they came from. You get it? Kind of like that. Maybe some of y'all like that. Where you like, I keep mad chicks. I don't even know where they came from. My man got a girlfriend. She said she got 2, 3 chicks for me. They all down. She done brought them through. Blew them out. And you, it never stopped. Like, this is like when I'm younger living in like, the inner city. It just never stopped. I had to take a break. In that, I don't know. Like, it's very rare that I've hollered at a woman and hey, how you doing? I like you. That ain't. My mama hooked me up with one of her friends' daughters in Atlanta. Like that. I never had the vagina is brought to me from everywhere. I can't avoid it. Again, my mother hooked me up with her friend's daughter. Like that. I can't avoid it. My sister friend got a little sister. She throw the vagina at me. You get it? I can't avoid it. I try. But it's just unavoidable. It seemed like somebody always liked me or something. And I'm weak, like I said. I'm just a small guy, Abuse is abuse. I don't know what to tell you. If you a short man and you like, man, I don't be getting no chicks. That's the one thing that I don't know that part of life, like where you short and then you get discriminated against. That's the one blessing I got. I don't tall chicks like me and all kind of things. You could buy some poom poom. Damn, y'all out here vagina lacking. Now I see why this generation like that. Y'all not getting no vagina and pee pee. That's crazy. Every dude I know in life is like me. Maybe they ain't got it to the extreme I got it. But you get it? Even some of the dudes I know that's butt ugly. They stay with a chick though. Like that, I don't know what's up with this new generation. How are y'all not getting no vagina? 3 years. How does that happen? I'm trying to think like how could I avoid vagina for 3 years? I don't even know how I could do it. I'd have to go to jail. Like I'd probably have sex with the COs in jail. I don't how you how that happened? Like I think we need to have like a class where I don't mind giving y'all a little vagina. I know some loose women, they don't mind either. They ain't like that where they like insecure on how they get down. If you cute and you want me to, it's gonna be like a funny joke for me and her where I'm like he a virgin and shit like that, bust his cheeks and then like After she bust your cheeks, she gonna come back and talk to me about it. Like, yeah, that nigga was, he gonna be attached cheese. I'm gonna be laughing like, I got somebody vagina before. That's how that happened. After the girl had sex with him, then she came and hollered at me about it. Like, I'm like, how that nigga was looking. He was looking like a kid at the candy store. She like, nah, I think he gonna be attached. Like, I'm like, oh my God, you crazy girl. Now go open up your mouth right quick and, do what you got. Nah, I'm just playing. Girl, you something else. Now go in there and fix Big Daddy up. All that little play game shit. I'm a little dusty nigga. I'm a little dusty man no matter who gets. You know. Nah, I'm just playing. We not doubling back on nothing. If you had it, once I give it to you, she yours. You feel me? I don't want to hold you. But I just got homegirls like that. Like my homeboy that got life, I got him some vagina when we was 16 when he first got out of jail. I had brought a little female through. She went to have sex with me, so I'm like, have sex with my man because he just got out of jail. Women are strange, man. They will do anything you ask them if you like them. I don't even think they would think about what they're doing. Cause she just did it, like. And you know the rest of the story. How that nigga look like? Like a kid at the candy store, right? Oh my God, I'm stupid. I'm sorry, I have women friends, meaning I got homegirls. I don't have sex with them or nothing like that, but you feel me? They don't mind, like. I'm old school, so like, let's say your girl is a gold digger. She gonna come up to me for something to line up. Like, I'm that guy. Like, if she a gold digger, she might be like, yo, Cheese, who I could, which one of these goofy dudes out here can I get? Like, put me up on game, nigga, I'll break you off. Then maybe I'll line her up something and she gonna hit me off. Like that. I'm cool with, like, everybody that do whatever they do. And maybe the gold digger give me a little vagina for free. I ain't asking, though. So that's just how it pan out. She come give me my cut, give me a little. You know how that works. They want to keep you in the pocket. Next time I ask you again, make sure you find me some. Gold diggers is working out here, man. If this sound a little crazy, this just life. Gold diggers is out here working. How do you think they find tricks? From the cool ass dude that they know. He's like, yeah, Blood is a bozo. I don't even like him like that. Get him. He desperate. Like that. I'm just like the all-purpose guy. Just kick back. I be chilling. This me back in the day when I was younger. All-purpose. Whatever you into, you might swing by and ask me something. Maybe I can help you out. Maybe I can't. Solid swag class. Shit, it's new times. My swag might not even be the current swag. I can't call it. Y'all just like mimicking the things I wear. That's a fact. But like, my swag, I don't know. I'm speaking of like the past. I'm older now. I don't intermingle like that. I be trying to avoid. Cause like I said, it be too much. I be needing a break. Life is like fake. Everybody fake. They got their ulterior motives. And that some people real. Like, they got to take their breaks from that. Because it just become too much. Where it's like, I know y'all all faking. I can't just hold a vibration as long as y'all. And that ever so often, I'm going to take my breaks, from society. And one time I'm just not ever going to come back. But you get it? Society kind of, and y'all all know what I mean. Y'all try to be as fake as y'all can to get along or to keep everything on the up and up. But for the most part, y'all like, man, everybody wants something, man. They got some ulterior motive. Even if you ain't got nothing to offer, but knowing, like, whoever fucking with me, they doing it for some kind of reason, man. They using me in some kind of way. I just ain't figured it out yet. And that's what society become, you know? You playing dumb on yourself like motherfuckers really care about you. And you knowing like it ain't genuine. Maybe the small few that do, you get it? But overall, all that extra shit be fake. And don't nobody got time for that. The older you get, you ain't really got time for it no more. So I'm kind of at that age where, you know, let the fake be fake. And you get my point? I'm at that age where I wouldn't mind finding a wife, but I don't know. Y'all are, I'm not desperate, meaning I ain't a settler. And I ain't seeing nothing that I would like. But I'm at that age where it would be best for me to just get a life and, a wife and kind of, you know, I'd be better as a husband now because my attention ain't all over the place. It's usually, you know, in the balance on my wisdom, things like that, bettering myself. And, you know, in that, I'd probably be better, a better like spouse now. I ain't running all over the place. And you get it? But I got to find a woman that I can learn something from. And that's open to learning. But I definitely have to be able to learn something from her. Like, I don't know, maybe she farm or something. She a master at it, or maybe I don't know. Something that interests me. She gotta, you know, she gotta know some things. She ain't got to be a genius, but we all live in this life, and that y'all should have some experiences in many different things. Otherwise, what were you doing with your whole damn life? So that's what I mean. If I meet a woman, and she ain't really got nothing she could teach me, then it's like that. Was you doing with your whole life? Just going to a 9 to 5 job? You didn't have any interest outside of that and things that you know, and you get it. A lot of women just know that, like waking up, going to work, and coming home, and all the systematics. They don't have like. It was a time where a man's wife could teach him how to sew. He don't know that. She do. A thread, you know, whatever the case may be, cook something. You know, around women in the daytimes, you start to see like, damn, they don't really know nothing that I don't know. They don't have like the womanly skills no more. They lifting weights, blood. Like, they doing burpees. You like, I know how to do that already. I don't. She want to show you how to do muscle ups. You like, blood. Who cares if you could do a muscle up and I can't? Why you breathing in my face so hard? She all manly. See, I got it. One burpee. You like, oh my god, girl. You don't know nothing else? You don't know. Nah, I ain't fishing. I don't kill things unless it's a necessity. If I fish, it have to be for like, you know, because I'm going to scale it and eat it. And, you know, I ain't the best at scaling fish. In that, you know. But like I said, if I meet a nice woman that I like, there's a lot for us to do now. And you get my point? She could scale the fish I catch and shit like that. And there's tons to do in this life when you unwind out the system. Meaning when you start thinking beyond the systematics in the cities, there's many things for y'all to do. If you have like, those of y'all that do have spouses, y'all can like free yourselves from all the bullshit if y'all kind of get lost into each other and stop trying to impress the world and just focus on each other and having fun. That's why you got to meet somebody that you like that's a friend. Meaning whatever girl or man you meet, you want to see like if y'all could be friends first and like she a cool hangout partner. Otherwise, you get it? After the sex fade out, you ain't gonna really want to be around her that much. Dream Lavish said just get a spouse from the strip club. You can save her from that life. I'd have to I'd have to check with my kids first, cause you get it. They do have mothers. I never really be thinking on those kind of things, like you know how my kids feel like. Yeah, like I don't want to be with their moms. It ain't like that though. I don't want them to think like I don't like their mother, like physical attractions, anything like that. They just, you know, women can get damaged and then you can't reach them, and it'd be a lot. But before I would get a spouse, I would definitely have to talk, to my son and see how he honestly will feel about it. And his mother too. I don't want to leave her out. Meaning, I ain't got to make a decision off what she say, but still, just to get the perspective. And if you a man, you got to be like that too. You get my point? Unless you trying to hurt your baby mama's feelings, then that's a whole different story. But if you know deep down you ain't trying to see her hurt or nothing like that, she's still attached to me or something like that. I mean, I would have to figure that out. I ain't trying to live my life and then you be sitting around. That ain't that ain't how that go, That fall off on your kids for the most part. So it's just about maturing and thinking. Romeo said, "Can you get back with the mothers?" Nah, man. Uh-uh. I honestly don't feel safe around my baby mothers, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, but men don't get no. I'm not gonna get. You get it? That's not gonna get taken seriously. But I don't feel safe around them. Like when they get mad, I can't say what they will do. The extremes are the extents they will go, and you get it like that. They start to become abuse, and I just don't feel safe around them. But I don't think they take that serious, where they really like get it. Like it ain't like he don't trust you. Like it's shit deeper than like and dislike. When you don't feel safe around somebody and you like, man, I don't know what the next moment from the next moment. Like the intentions ain't right. That's why I said, nah, man. He said they probably miss you. Everybody in life miss me, champ. I'm a legend, man. I'm the father. But it's not about missing. It's about everything being good. You get my point? Y'all don't have to control or own everything in life. You understand? Y'all get so attached that y'all want to control beyond what's realistic. And that, you get my point? I ain't really like that. I'm gonna give you your freedom and you gonna eat. You get it? I'm like that. You gonna get more rope than you need. You might hang yourself with it. But that's on you. How y'all sitting here vouching for my baby mamas? Just one baby mama. My daughter she grown and her mother got, a whole bunch of other things going on that have absolutely nothing to do with me. So that's not even a thought. But Maybe we could be cool. I don't know. I've been moved on, so I never even thought about these things before. Meaning I never thought about their side of it. You'll get over it. I'm like, y'all is when y'all young, man, you get over that shit. If you don't, I don't care. I'm just playing, but y'all know the mindset when you young. You don't care about your own self all the way. So you like, I don't care about shit. Who cares if she mad? I used to know like why my baby mothers used to be mad and be like that. Like, I don't care if she don't say nothing, I'ma act like I don't know. Cause I ain't she get on my and I could have easily just fixed it, but I'm like, nah, fuck her. Moped and when you get the energy to say something, I'll address it. Other than that, I don't even see you. It's deep. Life is deep. But I'll get me a wife. Something y'all'll be proud of me about. And all the chicks I ever had was beautiful too, so don't overlook that. I get the best, the best of the best. You know how y'all be having to be like stars to get the baddies? Not me. Not Big Who said. Y'all know my girls look better than y'all, right? Nah, just anybody want to go 10 for 10, you gonna lose, man. 10 of your chicks versus 10 of mine, you're losing. You not gonna even get one, like. The chick's gonna smash your chicks out where you like, how he even got that? She got me, you feel me? Because like I told y'all, I always tell all my chicks I'm the cute one in the relationship, and if they get out of pocket, you feel me? Don't ever lose sight of, like, who the lucky one. They get a little mad at me, but I don't care. We got to speak. I don't care. We got to speak the truth. Don't get carried away here, because I'm the beauty in this relationship, and you feel me? Don't lose out on a good thing. Nigga said I don't even have 10. I don't mean 10 present. I mean like out the course of your life. So you had a few girlfriends maybe. I'm assuming everybody had 10. I see I'm from a foreign time where y'all lucky if y'all even get 2 women in y'all life. You feel me? I got two babies mamas. Shit, if y'all can just get one, you feel me? We live in them times. I'm sitting here talking about shit that's y'all probably looking at me like, if I could just get a piece. He too greedy. Maybe it's that. Maybe I got too many options, so then I don't appreciate my baby mothers, right? I've never thought about any of these things. I'll think on it tonight. Just know they get on my. That's OD, right? All I could tell you is they get on my nerves. I ain't think about nothing past that, so maybe I'm wrong in aspects like that, where you feel me, being as though I got mad options. I'm easy to just be like, you ain't working. Next. But I don't think I did that. I did a lot of sacrifices and stuff. I don't think that's the case. I think they just fuck ups. But I'ma think on it. But everybody's good and nice. Y'all good at heart, everybody. Till they get mad. So this is the thing. Everybody just have to like be aware of their madness. Cause we all good when we nice and meaning y'all watching, y'all all know how y'all are when y'all nice and y'all like a person. But when you get mad or whatever the case may be, that's what you got to start holding yourself to, and that's what you got to kind of discipline out, because this is what determines what's going to be. It's not so much when y'all all lovey-dovey, and this is like with men too, meaning you got homeboys. It ain't about when y'all cool. When y'all cool, y'all cool. Of course, everybody's cool when they cool. But, The moment y'all have y'all little clashes or falling outs, this is what's going to determine what's real and what's genuine. Because if you go into the far extreme, then you get it. And got to hold people to, like, they lows, or when they going through them, because that's when the true nature gonna come out. It said he looked like Norbit. Oh my God. I don't know, man. Looks ain't it, man. I didn't. It's all, I don't know. It's all security and things like that, but it ain't looks. I don't want you to get lost on that. It's all swag. You probably don't know the right clothes to wear and the right way to walk. Things like that mean more than like how you look, because that kind of add to your look. Meaning you could be the best looking dude on the planet, but if you walking like a geek and dressing all stupid, looking like you all gullible and don't know what's going on, most chicks gonna be like, he cute, but he like slow. Like, dude ain't got no personality. He ain't even got no bop in his walk. He walk like he retarded. So it's not necessarily the look, but it's like how you walk, how you carry yourself. These things. Meaning a lot of y'all need to just learn how to be a man, like how to walk, with a little confidence, or just comfortable in your walk. Like, learn how to talk right, and it's the same with women. It ain't necessarily how pretty or ugly you are, but it's just like, you got chicks that's butt ugly, but they got a nice body. They know how to dress. They know how to carry it to where they look sexy. They ain't necessarily cute or nothing, but they know how to do it. Then you got females that's cute, beautiful, and they have absolutely no personality, where you like, she's so homey and dry and boring. She don't even walk right. She wear Woolworth slippers and shit. You like, she ain't. So it's like that. You gotta know how to turn the swag on. It don't have to always be on, but like that. Meaning if you young in the daytimes, you just have to come into yourself. You got to find your swag. You got to kind of like pay attention to what's going on. What's cool, what's not cool in regards to the masses. You don't got to lose yourself in these things, but you do need to know, because this is going to determine how you get what you want. Like, you want chicks, but you don't got the swag to get none. That shit all off. You could look like Norbert, but it got to be something to you. I know y'all seen strange people where you like, I don't see how he getting a girl. And he got that bump about him, like, he know what he doing. So you can't be looking like you don't know what you're doing in this world. And so if you young, maybe you work towards that. Try to get familiar what's viewed as cool by women, so that you can kind of make your adjustments. From what I know, they like dudes that got like certain kind of like nice walks. They don't like the geeky stuff where you looking all dumb. That's the main thing I could tell you they usually say. Like, I like him, but I don't like his walk, and things like that. Yeah, there you go, Orlando Lawrence. You have to just decrease your goofiness. Meaning y'all gotta remember, y'all coming from boys to men. And the line is thin, meaning you could view yourself as a man just because of the age, or you can pay attention to like how you conduct yourself, and you know it's all that. I'm not that big, but I'm respected more than big people. Now, most people view me like, nah, he a man, like a man. So it's not your size or anything, it's you. Like, we try to get lost on the superficial, but nobody's really checking in for that. We looking beyond that, but maybe if the superficial look good, then we say it was that. But everybody's looking beyond that. They looking at things like walk, and if you know how to dress right, and I don't know, it's simple, but if you wasn't a part of the cool crowd, then I guess it might be a little difficult to figure it out. But It's just second nature to me. I don't know. Now I'm about to depart. It's lunchtime. I gotta get y'all questions up, man. Y'all be asking life stuff. Y'all don't read no books? I like the scholarship. That's my thing. Deep scholarship. Sumerian texts, biblical scholarship, Islamic scholarship, Gnostics, everything. Y'all don't read enough. Y'all gotta read. At least come here. Come here for what the channel for the most part. I don't mind kicking these little things with y'all. I feel like that ain't done enough with the young, meaning ain't the older people not coming and doing this with y'all in real life though. I try to do it online because I don't catch y'all so often in person. But yesterday I sat and I chopped it up with a 20-year-old young man for about 2 hours when we was doing a little boat and stuff out here, and you get it? He was intrigued. He didn't realize he didn't know who I was, so he was just like, damn, nigga right here is smart. He was stuck like next to me. And he had a good little brain too. I was helping him with his thoughts. Basically just telling him like, take your chances in things in this life, and take the first 20 years of your life and take your chances and see what you can make happen for yourself. And then after that, you could go to the safety net thing where you just get your little government job or something when you're 40 and do that for 20 years and retire when you're 60. You don't got to start out and do that when you're 20 and waste your good years away trying to be a old man. A lot of y'all like that. You like, yeah, somebody told me to just get a government job when I'm 20, and in 20 years I could retire. I'll be 40. When you retire, the movie over. So you don't want to do that. That's stupid. And try your hand while you young. Take your chances. Shoot for the stars. If you don't make it, it's okay. You always got the safety net, which is to get you a little government job, work there 20 years and retire. You could do that from 50 to 70. But you want to try your hand, see if you can get yourself rich in this life. He was telling me how he don't want to just be focusing on like wealth and getting rich. And I told him the realest thing he ever gonna hear. I said, if you ain't trying to get rich, then you don't care about nobody in your life that you know. That mean it ain't nobody that you want to help. Y'all should all have a desire, not where you like going to an extreme of it, but there should be a thought in your mind if you young, like, yeah, I do want to get rich because there's a lot of people that I want to help, that I know. If you don't care about yourself getting no money or being well off, then that means there's nobody you even thinking about helping. And that's pathetic when you think about it. Meaning y'all running around with these fake humble things. And, maybe y'all don't got so much money right now, so, y'all trying to turn the tables to where, like, everybody just forget about money. But in all reality, you get my point? I know y'all want to do some nice things for y'all parents. Y'all got friends. Y'all probably, if y'all could change their lives, y'all would. I'm sure there's strangers that you wouldn't mind just blessing with $100,000 if you could out of nowhere. And that you want to keep the mind open like that. And whatever you doing, think big. Why? The more you got, the more you can help people. The less you got, the less you know. The less you got, you know. And so that kind of put his mind on a whole different path. He's like, oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. I'm like, you don't want to move your parents like somewhere else? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you going to have to make this money to do that. To show them a whole different life. You could show your pops like he told you a way to do things. You did things your way, and you could show him like you taking the torch along. Not that his mind ain't no good, but it's a new time, and you get it. That's what it's about. Everything coming full circle. Your parents taking care of you busting their ass to do what they could do for you, and then you get it. If you're able to flip all that around, it's like things coming full circle. Your parents used to put a little money in your pocket and go full circle. You pulling up on your mama or your daddy and you like, here, man, a little $50, keep you through. Some of y'all have been there already. I'm old, so I pass all of that kind of shit. You get it done and paid my mama rent and shit like that. But it do make you feel good. I remember the first time I paid my mother rent. I was like 20, and I was like, you feel like things is coming full circle where you like, okay, I can actually help now, and I ain't just some old lesser thing lingering around. Some of y'all may not have that mindset, and so you got to get it there. And if everybody's working towards, getting more than they need for just themselves without, breaking their neck or straining themselves like it have to be, then you get it, somebody will get it. But you know how it be in the black communities, it be like, one person grinding to do something, and you got the bunch of other people like hanging on the shirt. And so I was just letting him know, shoot for the stars, think beyond whatever you thinking of, because whatever you think of, you can have. Like, you just got to think on it first and then take little steps towards fulfilling that. You meet life halfway, life gonna meet you the other half, but you gotta like, Orlando Lawrence said, I be feeling like 26, too old to make music. I'm not never too old to do things that don't have nothing to do with physical. You're not physically doing anything where you too old to talk. That's basically what you're telling me when you say, I feel too old to rap. Maybe you may be too old to rap about what they're rapping about, but how you too old to talk? You could put some wisdom and jewels in your raps and you get my point. What are we talking about? Drake like 40, ain't he? Come on now. 2 Chainz like 50. These dudes ain't that young. For you to be 26 talking about I feel like I'm too old, how? You got dudes double your age still getting money off rap. And so y'all just need like the right perspective, man. Y'all need like, stop listening to society so much. Y'all could do whatever y'all want, and whoever feel like you can't, get them the fuck away from you. They stupid. Like, that's the realest way I could tell most of y'all. That's what I was trying to tell a young man yesterday. Whoever not try, you get it? You don't need to have nobody around you telling you what you can't do. Whatever you want to do, whether they feel like they could do it or not, they should still be down to help you. Like, well, shit, if you think you could do it, I'll help you. I'll try. Just tell me what I need to do. You need people around you like that, where they gonna be like, you know what? I don't know nothing about what you doing, but if you tell me what you need, I'll do what I can. And that, if you got the right support and people, pushing you along, you're gonna go far in this life. But if you got people around you always trying to doubt you, because they doubt their own self, you got to free yourself from that, man. They ain't trying to do nothing. Maybe you come swing back around and get them. Sometimes people be like that. You got to make it happen for they understand like what they could do. You swing on back and get them, and you get my point. Maybe they motivation and they enthusiasm be different. But overall, y'all got to do what y'all got to do if y'all young. Don't be getting lost in the like, you have to be rich or you have to do this or that. But don't have it not in your mind. Whatever you doing, think big. Like, think of what you want to do and then think of the big way you could do it. When I say big, meaning where you earn a lot, where you could look out for others. Like whoever's in your life that you want to like change their life if you get the opportunity. You get it? You move like that if you young. Don't get so lost on, competing with people, and your worth ain't in competing with people unless you do sport. Outside of that, you don't have to compete with nobody. You just have to perfect whatever you do. And if somebody do something similar to you, you get it? I teach. Let's say I'm the best teacher. But there's other teachers and they got other qualities that I don't have, like that. Whatever you do, you could still be the best at it, at however you do it. So let's say I'm the wisest of all the teachers, but maybe some of them know how to connect with y'all better. They got whatever quality they got. And when you're talking about teaching, this is not like a sport or anything, so don't nobody need to compete with nobody, really, honestly. You just perfect whatever you do, meaning all the teachers just got to perfect their wisdom. That's all. And it's the same with you. You want to be a rapper, you ain't got to compete with the other rappers. Just perfect your craft, make it, unique to you, and do you. And ain't no age on nothing. Nigga tell you too old to rap. They'll tell that nigga just died and you too old to do anything then. When did old become a means where you can't do nothing? I know how to rap. I feel like I'm too old to rap. But you get it? I got other talents. I got other things I'm already doing, so. But I would never tell nobody my age they too old. I'm fully aware that I'm just saying that because I got other shit that I do and that I can fall back on. I don't really care that much. But if you older, rap. You gotta find a way to merge like how they rap now and that whole energy, but be slipping, jewels in there. That's what will make your raps different. Like a conscious rap, but it's on a whole trap beat where the young person don't even realize what they repeating. It sounds so trapped out and it sounds like drill music to them. They don't realize they saying the most positive things. And this is good because as they listening to your music, they going to be manifesting positive things for themselves instead of negative things, which is what usually happens in regards to the rap music we listen to. We be helping to manifest our messed up emotional state in reality. The music be doing that. No, not on some Nipsey. I'm talking about like on real Jews. Y'all confused. Nipsey wasn't smart. He was just a gang member. And when you talking about gang members, you get it? You ain't talking about the brightest people in the world. And so, yeah, he was smart for a gang member. But if you put Nipsey Hussle around me, he not gonna look smart. He gonna look like y'all. He gonna get all confused and look stupid in the face. Like that. Some of y'all are just smart in the environment you in because the environment you in is not that bright. Rap and gangs is not the brightest people in the world. Not saying they dumb, but they ain't the brightest. If they are, then what the fuck are they rapping about? Like that. They ain't the brightest. I ain't saying gang members are dumb, but if you a grown man in the gang, you can't be that smart. Like that. I'm speaking from that perspective. If Nipsey Hussle's so smart, he a grown fucking man with kids. Not too far from my age. About 3 years younger than me. How you 30 something years old in the gang? That part. What's the main talk? And so you get my point? Black Sam, he's smarter than Nip. You get it? It makes sense if you say Black Sam smart. He stayed out them gang. He showed like, now I ain't saying he is smart. But you get my point? He's smarter than all them niggas in the gang. And so it's all environments. But what I meant was like, y'all listening to me, y'all be getting mad wisdom and mad lingo and mad swag that y'all could actually like make music out of. I mean like that. Y'all be coming here borrowing and pretending you wise like me. Borrow and do you with it like, yo, Solace, can I steal this thing you said? Because a lot of times y'all be saying I say shit that's bars. Like that. Be like, can I use that in my rhyme? And you get it? I be giving y'all deep scholarship. Use some of that. Think like the rhymes that some of y'all like that I made, that I posted on my channel, little skits of rhymes. Like that. It's different than the normal rhymes that y'all used to. So y'all say, nah, I like that shit. It ain't like a regular rap I hear, but it still got that flow to it. Like, some of y'all didn't hear my raps. They somewhere up there, up on my channel. And they got to do with like wisdom, but it's still kind of gangster where you like, no, I like it. It sound like the regular stuff I listen to, but if I keep listening, then now he talking about some other stuff. Like that, you'd find your niche. But you ain't ever too old for nothing, man. You just, you're too old for the negativity. That's the only thing I'll give you if you say, man, you think I'm too old for? Too old to be letting negative things bother you and getting entangled in them. You gotta get to an age where you ain't got no more room for no negativity. And everybody that you know gonna have to respect that or go on their way. And so maybe you do that before you hit, your mid-30s. Prepare yourself for that, where you say, I'm gonna get to a place where I ain't got the time for the negativity. I don't mind having discussions, and sometimes discussions ain't that good. But the negative, y'all know what I mean. When it's negative, you got to get to a place where you ain't got time for that no more. Trill Chris said, nice to hear this when I'm on my grind right now. Salam, get back when y'all can. I appreciate it. Things definitely get tight for me. But I ain't want to sit around crying about things. But, y'all been slacking on y'all give back quite a while. Those of y'all that's channel members and, whatever other little things I have to earn. So it's a blessing that I instilled those things, because I would have starved out messing with y'all. Oh, I would have definitely starved out this year messing with y'all. But, I got my other little handles, so it all balanced out. I always remember that. And you get it? You gotta try to make yourself have more than one stream of income, cause we live in them times. So if you can, maybe you got 3, 4 streams of income coming in. If you can. This is not like, I'm not saying have 3 or 4 jobs. You gonna die. But, maybe you can establish something that will kind of spin on its own, and you just need to get somebody to watch it for you while you do this other thing, and you get my point. You're gonna need a few incomes in this life, especially if you're single, because rent, like gas and all them things it's gonna be a lot. And you need a car, you're gonna need food money, you're gonna need like to have fun money, and you get my point. If you single, it's gonna go way beyond you. And that, you're gonna need a few you're gonna need a few streams of income. Peace and wisdom, Orlando. Whatever you grinding towards, you're gonna get your discouraged moments and think about quitting, and it's just life. But just look at it like this. Whatever you grinding for, and maybe you feel like, man, it ain't gonna work, maybe I need to just give it up. You can't give up because you don't want the other thing that you about to go for. If that makes sense. You say, I want to be a rapper, but I'm ready to give up because it's not working. Well, whatever you gonna give up and do, that's not what you want to do. So, you get my point? You're not gonna be satisfied there either. And that all you got is your dream. And the more you start appreciating your dream and stop being like lost in if it's being reciprocated by others, like, but just you being able to do it is the main thing. Most people get lost on their dreams and other people accepting it. And let's say you a rapper, you want to sell 1 million, 2 million records. But let's say you don't. Then you don't want to rap no more. You overlook that you're still doing what you love. And you get my point? You lost into the reception of others instead of how you feel overall. This is what you want to do. And anything else you do is not what you really want to do. So what we even talking about? And that, whatever you want to do in life, man, it's how much you put into it. Meaning, when you start spending your money on everything you know you supposed to, instead of some of the stuff that ain't important, that's when you going get everything you want. And that's for everybody. Whatever you want, meaning we all make our money, and maybe you spend 60%, 70%, not of your money, but maybe you spend on 60, 70% of the things that you're supposed to. We're not talking about what you spend out of your income, like 60, 70% out of your income. I'm just saying you have things that you want to do that cost money that you didn't. So let's say you want to be a rapper. You didn't pay for the promotion, like to promote your album. You just did the album. I mean, like that. When you start taking the money and doing everything you know you're supposed to do with it, that's going to make you be where you want to be, is when it's going to happen for you. So you just made the album maybe. You didn't like pay to get it printed up or streamed up like it need to be. You ain't pay for like promotion and say I'm gonna put $1,000 aside for promotion. That's all I got right now, but maybe that can get me, a little more than what I got. And that's the difference between the people that make it and the people that don't. Meaning the people that make it, they put their money where it's supposed to go, or they got a lot of people around them, so they getting help where they're putting it, where it need to go for them, and you get it. But it all boils down to that. When you put the money where it's supposed to go for the thing, that's when you go. But all is a balance, all is it's a focus, like you said. And there's mad distractions in this life, so you get it. Overall, be thankful that you actually got a talent, because it keep you out of trouble and it give you something to do when you ain't got nobody. A lot of y'all could just zone out, write your rhymes. Imagine if you ain't had no writing talent. What you do the times when you bored and you ain't got nobody to hang with or something. Then what you gonna do? That part. You gonna go to your talent. Let's say you play basketball. You can always go to the park and shoot by yourself and it don't bother you none. Like that. Whatever talent you have is something you could do by yourself. And it's for that. It's for when you bored, your idle time, you got a friend, your talent. This is why people play with themselves when they doing their talent. Meaning most people don't want people in their face when they working on their craft or their talent. Because that's their own personal friend and you can't share it, nigga. Get out of here. Y'all writing rhymes. Can you get out, please? Like that. We like that with our talents. Get your own, nigga. This is my buddy. When I don't have nothing to do, this is my friend that never goes nowhere. You have to find your own. And so those of y'all that have a talent, don't never overlook what you got, because you're going to be using your talent even in your old age. It's going to keep you, with something to do. You said you make beats. This is a beautiful thing. You're going to be making beats when you are old ass man. It's going to be something that you do to keep yourself busy when you bored. You don't need nobody else to intervene with you. If you got a talent, you know what I mean. You could get lost in your talent and you don't need nobody. It's like a beautiful thing if you ever thought on it. Say, I don't actually need nobody when I'm getting lost in my talent. I'm just doing me, perfecting my craft. And they keep you busy, because everybody that don't got a talent, when they get bored, then they start nitpicking with others or looking for others to have something to do, and then they get in trouble. And a lot of y'all that got talent, you ain't getting in a lot of troubles and you don't know why. You got friends, they always getting into trouble. You not so much. Why you think? If you look, you'll see like, damn, my friend ain't got no talent, or like nothing that he do that he love like his own thing. That's why I encourage a lot of women, like, try to find a talent that you like. Maybe, because women have a lot of idle time, meaning they don't be having a lot of talents like that. And that when they alone and ain't got no friend or nothing, then you get my point. They gonna start nitpicking because they don't have no talent. When I say talent, I mean like, something that you can earn money off if you perfect it right and, align yourself with the right people. But the talent is just what it is. Meaning it's your little gift to keep you busy when you ain't got nothing to do. But it can be groomed and, evolve into what I said, like something that gets you rich and gets you right. Or at least just to get you where, you're earning a decent living. That's good enough. We get lost into the wealth. Shit, if whatever you like to do could earn you more than you would make at a job, how you not winning? And that, do you get it? Just keep doing you. I'm trying to be 80 still breakdancing. Shit, it's possible. Younger, y'all aging faster than the old, so that's why I said it's possible. Now I'm departing. Y'all enjoy y'all afternoon. I have to get me something to drink and something to eat. My throat is finished. Salam. Good day.